Nebraska. Casey, unfortunately, has a knee injury, so he's out for the year. But back in 2016, 476 yards passing and 111 yards running. So we will face a really good quarterback tonight in MJ Graham. Time to now go inside the numbers when it's a player to bank on. And it is brought to you by Our Best Bank that donates $1 for every point scored by the Trojans this year. Coach, I'll start with you.
Yeah, speaking of Graham and what a great job he does at quarterback, and I know we'll also talk about his coach, Brian Freeman, a coach that's familiar to this Jinx football family. But the guy that's going to have to help be a part of this tonight is that cornerback, Elias Cooper. He's going to be asked to be man-on-man with Mashawn Graham tonight, and he's going to have to do a good job in the secondary and coverage, and I think he could have a big night, especially if we get some of those takeaways that Rob and Coach were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Rob, what about you?
Benjamin and Randy.
Well, first off, let me say I'm grateful for Coach Fox giving us numbers this year that we can easily digest and understand. I feel like last year every week there was some kind of decimal, or it was 9 3/8, or some kind of quadratic equation he was trying to talk us through. So I appreciate the simplification this year. For my player, I'm going to go with number 55, Jack Wiltshire, guys, the 6'2", 232-pound junior tackle. Guys, I thought he was just a dude last week in Enid. He was blowing people up. He was chugging downfield, springing guys like Katie and AC Christensen on big plays. And the more I watch the guy, I love his energy. I love his grit.
Number 97, defensive end, Cash Jacobson. At the other defensive end, number 31, Hudson Ball. At the nose guard, number 42, Trent Mason. Your outside linebackers tonight. Number 15, Sam Stone. At the other outside linebacker, number 8, Jack McAnally. At inside linebacker, number 5, Jace Hager. At the other inside linebacker, number 20, Jet Kalmus. At free safety, number 17, Grant Newroar. At the strong safety, number 22, Samaj Stanford. Your cornerbacks tonight, number 7, Elias Cooper. And the other cornerback, number 11, Cooper Shockley. Ladies and gentlemen, your defensive starters for the Trojans tonight. At left tackle, number 77, Dylan Lyle. At left guard, number 79, Asher Parrish. At center, number 61, Zach Cox. At right guard, number 58, Lucas Houston. At right tackle, number 55, Jack Wiltshire. At tight end, number 33, Kai Beatty. At wide receiver, number 23, Aiden Christensen. At wide receiver, number 1, Connor Thompson. At wide receiver, number 21, Corey Foreman. At running back, number 2, KD Jones. And your quarterback tonight for the Trojans, number 12, Owen Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Jinx Trojans.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Tremont across the 10, 15, 20, up the middle, and he's open. 40, gets a great downfield block, crosses midfield, might go all the way. One man to beat to the 20, to the 10, to the 5.
I think our team, we're going to be made up of toughness. Just being able to go through whatever comes our way and face it and take it on and just do it together as a team.
how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
You just scored a touchdown to send Jenks to the championship. How does it feel? Man, it's so emotional. It's so emotional. We had 20 seconds to pull it off, and we did it. I wouldn't have wanted it to happen any other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Jinx Varsity Pump Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, your Jinx Varsity Pump Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Allan Trimble Stadium for tonight's 6A matchup between the Jaguars of Westmore and your Jenks Trojans. Before we get started, we please ask that everybody rise. Remove your hats and direct your attention.
I didn't plan that too well.
To the
That's all right.
American flag for the symbol of freedom. And listen to the end as they play our national anthem.
We'll pause here for the Jinx band to play our national anthem tonight. Good crowd here tonight at Allan Trimble Stadium as we get set for tonight's game. A hometown huddle before the game. We'll ask Coach Fox about that before we get started tonight. Right now, let's get an injury update brought to you by Excel Therapy Specialist. From setback to comeback, you need Excel Therapy Specialist, and you can find them online at exceltherapyok.com. Rob Labor, I know we're missing one guy tonight.
Number 0, Michael.
Well, yeah, there's not a whole lot to report on the injury front, Don, and that's a good thing this time of the year as we enter game number 5. It's Blake Bilby, the junior defensive back and wide receiver, who's out for the year with that knee injury that he suffered in week 2 against Owasso. So unfortunately, he'll have to miss the rest of the year, but thankfully he's only a junior and can come back healthy and ready to go for his senior season.
Yes, that is good news. He had surgery, I think it was a couple of days ago, and reported everything went well. And, of course, his dad, the vice president of the Booster Club, Stephen Bilby. One injury for Westmore, one of their starting linebackers is out. Tanner Falwell, one of their captains, a senior, he is out. Ethan Rowland is our referee tonight, so a great crew with Ethan Rowland, Chad Craig, Devin Jarrett, Jared Hutchinson, and Nathan Haney as the back judge. The toss, Jinx has won and deferred, and so Westmore will probably want the football and go left to right or north to south as we get set to kick off. So let's get the keys to the game brought to you by Riverside Ford with Coach Fox.
Well, like I said, we want to get off to a good start. Turnovers is going to be important, maintaining possession of the ball. You know, we did a really good job against Union when we needed to of running out the clock and keeping the ball out of Shaker Ryzik's hand. And so they're going to want to do that tonight with this very talented Westmore Jaguar offense. What we don't want is a turn Allan Trimble Stadium into Allan Trimble Raceway, right? We do not want Jeff Gordon to show up and wave the checker flag because we're just racing up and down the field tonight. So a lot of control on offense, a lot of discipline, and taking care of the football, maintaining drives, and then not giving up big plays.
All right, let's give you the starting lineups brought to you by the good folks at Community Care of Oklahoma, proud sponsor of Trojan football, and of course Community Care of Oklahoma, longtime sponsor of different activities and locally owned. Community Care is the health plan Oklahomans can trust. Visit ccok.com to learn more. Jinx will start on defense, so Cash Jacobson, number 97, will start at one end, 6'4", 235 junior. Hudson Ball, number 31, on the other end, 6'2", 230 junior. And then the nose tackle is Trent Mason, number 42, 5'11", 225 senior. The outside linebacker who will drop back in coverage as well, number 15, Sam Stone, who started at safety a year ago, 6', 188 junior. The other on the outside is number 8, had a really nice year, Jack McAnally, 5'11", 207 junior. McAnally is fourth on the team in tackles, just behind Sam Stone. The inside linebackers are Jace Hager, 5'11", or 5'8", 183 junior, had a big interception here 2 weeks ago against Union. And Jet Kalmus, who has 2 fumble recoveries already on the year, number 20, 6'1", 190 senior. The free safety is Grant Newrohr, number 17, 5'8", 150 senior. The strong safety is a freshman, just 14 years old, number 22, Samaj Stanford, 5'10", 160. The cornerbacks, Cooper Shockley, number 11, 5'8", 150 junior, and Elias Cooper, whom we just visited with, 5'9", 180 senior, a 3-year starter. The Trojans come out of their tunnel, out of their helmet, with maroon jerseys with the white stripes over their shoulders and the black pants tonight with the maroon helmets with Jinx across the side. And Westmore will come out in their all-white uniforms with the red numerals. Black and red are their primary colors, but they're all red tonight with white jerseys, white pants, red numerals, and the red helmets tonight. They usually alternate year to year between a black helmet and a red helmet. They're going with the all-red look tonight. Very sharp look for Lorenzo Williams in his 8th year as the head coach. Keith Riggs in his 6th year as the head coach of the Jenks Trojans. And the starting lineups, again, brought to you by Community Care of Oklahoma. And the descriptions of the uniforms brought to you by Yale Cleaners. Of course, 11 metro locations, and go to YaleCleaners.com so you can get the latest in coupons and take advantage of that. We're ready to go. Glad you have joined us, along with our producers Preston Gooding and Bryce Holtz, Don King, Eric Fox, and Rob Labor down on the sidelines. Let's run down the other games in the district tonight because there are some really good games tonight. Norman North is taking on Broken Arrow, and of course Norman North got beat by Bixby last week. I think it was 69-2 was that final, or 60-2. So they go at it tonight. Meanwhile, Bixby won last night. They went to Southmore and won easily. And the only other game, as we mentioned earlier, is Moore against Enid in District 1 of 6A Division 1. When you look at the predictions by the Tulsa World, they picked Bixby to win this district, Jinx 2nd, Broken Arrow 3rd, Norman North 4th, Westmore 5th, Moore 6th, Enid 7th, Southmore 8th. The top 6 of the 8 advance to the playoffs. That's a new rule from last season that they adopted. So 6 of the 8 get into the playoffs. So this is a big game for Westmore. They pull off the upset here tonight, Coach Fox, and they'll be tied for first with Bixby.
Well, again, it's early in district play, but you're exactly right. Anytime you have a chance to pick up a victory in district play, especially a road victory, that's big. And we also know that week in and week out, there's a lot of opponents that are going to be gunning for the Trojans and trying to get their best game against this crew. And again, these seniors on this Westmore squad, they remember how things came down to the wire last year. So won't be surprised to see them come out and just giving it their best shot tonight.
And that's something I wanted to bring up with you guys in the pregame show was certainly Jinx has dominated Oklahoma City area schools. They'd won 59 in a row going back to 2002. Then they got upset here by Edmond Santa Fe in 2019. Since then, they're 10-3 against Oklahoma City area schools, and all 3 losses here at home. So Westmore's got to come in feeling like they can join the party where Santa Fe beat them in the season opener here 27-26. This kick by Franklin of the Trojans goes into the end zone. So here comes Westmore, left to right, 1st and 10 at the 20. That's another rule I'd like to see changed. The college and the NFL, I think, start at the 25, and I'd like to see them start at the 25 just to make it more consistent.
Well, that's a possibility. I mean, the rules changing. The Rules Committee looks at things every year, National Federation rules, and then Coaches Association makes recommendations to the State Association here in Oklahoma. So not beyond the stretch of imagination to see that happen.
MJ Graham is the talented quarterback. Hands off, straight ahead. Matt Evans, I think the running back who had a nice game against Jinx last year, gets nothing here. And a nice job by the defensive front to stop him, and Jet Kalmas came up to polish him off.
Trent Mason does a nice job of filling that up right there, and Jack McAnally got in on it, and Hudson Ball, of course. Might see Hudson Ball do little different things tonight, so we'll keep an eye on him and see how his evening progresses.
2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. They have an offensive line that is huge and very experienced and has some kids on there that has multiple offers. Here's a nice play out in the flat, and the Trojans get a nice stop from Ace Gilliam off the corner on a wide receiver screen and a loss of 3 yards.
Going for a quick screen look right there, and they got it out, but Gilliam steps up, and again, there's a lot of bodies around the football right now. Brings up a 3rd and long situation. You don't want to give up anything to this quarterback's athleticism. Look for these DBs to back off and play deep coverage.
3rd and 13 from the 17. First possession of the game. Trojans wait back in defense. And Graham's throwing long, and he's got a man open who catches it at the 35 and is going to the house. Wow. 3rd and 13. And he finds number 7. That's his brother, Mashawn Graham. They hooked up last week to beat Moore at the end of the game, 37-33. And they hook up here on the 3rd play of the game.
3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field on the left side there, and he just airs it out. And it's got to be a coverage bust, communication bust in the secondary, because he just flat out ran right past the secondary. He must have thought he had safety help over the top. But that's exactly what we didn't want to see happen. On 3rd and 13, you do a good job on 1st and 2nd down, and then let him run past you on 3rd down.
Here's the extra point kick by Alazar Andrews, and the kick is good and will stay here.
Well, guys, let's start first with the throw itself. He had the time, and he just unleashed a beauty. I mean, that was a tight spiral, perfectly thrown ball. When it was up in the air and I looked at the receiver, I thought, I think that's going to be a bit overthrown. I don't think he's going to catch up to it. And, I mean, it landed perfectly in his fingertips. You talk about hitting someone in stride. You cannot do it any better than the Graham brothers just did it right there. That was a thing of beauty, and a bolt of lightning here at Allan Trimble Stadium just struck that the Trojans are going to have to shake off.
Well, you talk about that communication and those repetitions that quarterbacks get with wide receivers. The Graham brothers just connected on something they've probably only done 100,000 times. Although you can't call that backyard ball because their backyard can't be big enough to air that one out. That was 40 yards at least in the air.
Total of 83 yards. That's one of the longest touchdown pass plays against Jinx in school history.
Number 2, KD Jones, and number 22, Samaj Stanford.
So Samaj Stanford and KD Jones, 2 newcomers to this Jinx team that have been very explosive when they've touched the ball. Wait for the kickoff. It'll bounce at the 6-yard line, and KD let it bounce out of bounds, and I don't think he touched it.
Penalty flag on the play.
If he did and it went out of bounds at the 6-yard line, that's where Jinx will start. But according to the back judge, he did not touch it, and so the Trojans will start at the 20-yard line. Down 7-0 here early after an 83-yard pass play from MJ Graham to Mashawn Graham.
So look for this offense to answer right here, but also to do some things with some quick tempo. They feel like they can get this Westmore defense a little bit on their heels.
Thank you for joining us on Trojan TV tonight. Mason Prince producing. Owen Jones is the quarterback. Tailback is KD. He's actually got it out of the Wildcat. He comes left and gets a first down, gets from the 35 up to the 42, a gain of 7.
Owen Jones actually shifts out of that Wildcat formation out to a wide receiver spot and gets a nice block on the edge. Gets KD close to the first down. He just has one more guy to get past to get to that first down marker, but he gets a nice 8-yard pickup on first down.
Gain of 7, so 2nd and 3 from the Jinx 42-yard line near hash mark, going right to left. Here's a little swing pass out to Stanford. Looks for a block. Gets to the 45 and a first down as he tackled at the 46. So he's a couple of yards past the first down marker, up to the 47.
Talked about Corey Foreman and how he's developed in this offense as they hurry up things here, but Corey does a nice job of blocking to help Samaj get the first down.
First down.
Gain of 5 on the last play. Here's a fastball out into the flat. I think that's Stanford or maybe KD. He'll pick up about 3 yards to the 49.
I think that was
Owen Jones passes.
Samaj. He hit Samaj there, but again, a tunnel screen out towards Corey Foreman, his direction, getting him some blocks out there.
Gain of 3 on the play. He brings 2nd and 7 for the
So I'm sorry, the pass was to Stanford?
Yes.
Okay. Stanford comes out now after the 2-yard gain. Ball at the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for quarterback Owen Jones. Handoff. KD Jones hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. They'll give him some progress of a yard to make it 3rd down and 7.
Three wide receivers to the wide side of the field here, and they run back into the short side of the field, but that defensive line just really didn't give him any room to run right there. They will be rotating guys in and out. They'll try to do a lot to keep these guys fresh. Been 90 degrees earlier today. Feels pretty good right now at kickoff, but I know they want to keep this Westmore defensive lineman fresh throughout the game.
Trojan football brought to you by Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Quick access, quick answers, quick appointments. 8A to 8P, 7 days a week at Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. KD Jones in motion, now sets up behind Owen Jones. Stays in the block. Here's a down and out, and Owen led the receiver too far down at the 35-yard line. That's a tough throw from the far hash to the near sideline. And that's the toughest throw a quarterback has to make, and Owen couldn't make that one.
Yeah, and I think just a little bit of miscommunication or understanding of where each other was going to be. AC was cutting it a little bit deeper. Owen was throwing it a little bit more shallow towards the sideline. It is a long throw from that far hash all the way out here towards the outside of the numbers. But it just looks like at least AC and Owen were not on the same page about where to expect things, and Westmore's going to call a timeout for some reason.
Wow.
Here.
So we'll take a break and await Elliot Ataya's punt with 8:27 to go first quarter. Westmore will get the ball back, leading Jinx 7-0 on the Blitz 1170.
Trojan fans, Hudson Hawk, located at 101st and Yale, is your new neighborhood barbershop for the best in men's grooming. Hudson Hawk is pleased to offer new Trojan customers 50% off their first haircut by using code Trojans50. Jinx thanks Hudson Hawk for supporting Trojan football, and we remind everyone to stay sharp at Hudson Hawk.
Okay. Catch it.
Ataya's kick is downed at the 1-yard line by Cooper Shockley.
Here is Elliot Ataya's punt, and it hits inside the 10-yard line, rolls inside the 5, and down at the 1-yard line. So Westmore, under a harvest moon tonight, will start 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line, going left to right, middle of the field, already leading 7-0.
Great pump by Elliott right there, and Cooper Shockley getting down there. Almost got the ball in the end zone, but just kept it, and it's inside the 1-yard line.
Can't let him off the hook here. Flip the field on field position, handoff Evans, and he scoots out to about the 2-yard line.
Guys, don't tell me your punter can't be a weapon, because that's what Elliot Ataya is with the leg. He's got the power to boot that ball 50, 60 yards, but what's more impressive is on those shorter kicks where he knows he has to land it in a certain zone to get the kind of roll that he wants. To be able to do that and do that fairly consistently like he can is one of the reasons why I think this guy's going to punt at the next level.
Would agree. He's probably will be the most recruited player as far as Division I schools go after the football season. 2nd and 9 from the 2-yard line. Fake the run, throw quick out, and the slant is underthrown, looking for his brother again up near the 10-yard line.
And I think give that credit to Cash Jacobson right there for getting his hands up there. You know, Cash is a big, tall frame, and he gets his hands up and knocks it down. Otherwise, the receiver had pretty good inside positioning there, and he would have run for a while if he caught that ball.
So you have Cooper and Shockley at the corners. The safeties are New Orr and Stanford, and it's 3rd and 9 from the 2-yard line. This quarterback can run the football. He sets up in his own end zone. He wants to throw. He's flushed out. He comes right. He airs it out. Double coverage. Incomplete. Nice coverage at the 40-yard line by Shockley, and got some help over the top as well.
Yeah, and really nice job by Hudson Ball putting pressure on the quarterback. He does get outside the pocket, but doesn't have enough time to turn the corner. And so that's a really nice defensive stand right there. They get the ball out about 1.5 yards from where Ataya's punt downed it. And this will be nice field position for the Trojans.
Alazar Andrews, a sophomore, has to go to the back of the end zone and await the snap. Line of scrimmage is the 2. Good snap, no pressure. Kicks a line drive kick. Hits at the 35. Jinx will let it die just outside the 40. And that's where the Trojans will take over, just inside the 41-yard line of Westmore.
Really like that defensive stand right there. You have a nice job of plugging up the middle on an inside run, not giving them very much. On the second play, you got Cash Jacobson, that defensive line position, knocking a pass down. And then on 3rd down, you have nice pursuit by the defensive front on a long ball downfield, double coverage. So that's what they want to see more of.
And they'll set up 1st and 10 at the Westmore 40-yard line. 7:19 to go here in the first quarter. It's already Westmore 7, Jinx nothing. Owen Jones, the quarterback. 2 of 3 in the last series. Sends Stanford in motion. And they flip to him, and he's got a blocker to the 40. Inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, a gain of 4.
Tell you what, Rob, this defensive unit from Westmore looks pretty fast. They're covering a lot of ground and taking away that perimeter pretty quickly.
Yeah, they got over there in a hurry as Jinx was trying to stretch them wide there and use some of their speed. So it'll be interesting to follow this matchup. Some of those skill position guys for the Trojans, A.C. Christensen, Samaj Stanford, K.D. Jones, all possess some quickness. We'll see how quickly they can turn the corner when they're out in space.
2nd and 7 from the Westmore 37-yard line. Mikkel Patterson McDonald, an OU commit, is playing corner. Here's a handoff. KD gets some room and gets the first down as he powers his way to the 35, down to just inside the 30, as that Jinx offensive line went to work. Dylan Lyle at left tackle, Asher Parrish at left guard, Zach Cox the center, Lucas Houston the right guard, and the right tackle Jack Wiltshire with the tight end Kai Beatty.
And Kai does a nice job of leading up in the middle right there, and KD is following him. And then, again, as we've talked about before, KD's so strong that even when there's contact, he's dragging guys forward and gets enough for the first down there.
Jones is averaging, KD is averaging 6 yards a carry. He got 8 there. He's averaging just over 100 yards a game, but he hasn't had any really long runs this year. But he's capable of going the distance. He tries to go right here. He gets pushed back. Good defense again, as they're unable to go outside whatsoever. And they'll mark it after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he bounced it up. He stuck it up on the inside right there, just on the right side, and then tried to bounce it because he just really didn't have any running room inside. And he got the corner turned, but then again, that quick pursuit by this defensive unit closed him up.
Samaj Stanford's caught 3 passes here in this first quarter, albeit for just 10 yards. And K.D. Jones has run 3 times for 10 yards. Trojans face 2nd and 9 at the Jaguar 28, trailing 7-0, and we've got a flag down. This will be a procedure penalty against the Trojans.
Flag on the play.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Trojan football brought to you by Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Again, 2 locations, Cherry Street and 71st and Yale. Eat healthy, never leave hungry at Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Adam Gaylor The defensive coordinator for the Trojans, a former Westmore head coach, preceded Lorenzo Williams, and then the Trojans have a former coach on the Westmore staff. Coach Fox?
Yeah, Brian Freeman, quarterback coach here, and then went to Putnam City as the offensive coordinator, and now is at Westmore, and these guys know each other really well.
Owen Jones, handoff straight ahead. Katie's got a room. 30, 25, down to the 22, maybe the 23. It'll be a gain of 10 and set up 3rd and 4.
I really like that call right there, Rob. Not feeling like you got to get it all back through the air on 2nd down, and makes it a manageable 3rd down situation.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe a little bit of a roll of the dice to run on 2nd and 14, but maybe throw the defense off a little bit in what they think is more of an obvious passing situation. Nice job up front by the offensive line, and really when they've run straight ahead through the meat of that defense, through the heart of that defense, that's where they're finding the most success.
First quarter, Norman North leads BA 21-0 in BA. Here it's 7-0. Blitz is on. Owens under pressure, throws incomplete. Christensen reached up at the 20-yard line, pulled it in, tried to pull it in with one hand, but Patterson McDonald was there to jar it and loose.
I think this is going to bring up a field goal attempt here. But, yeah, Westmore brought their entire defense on a blitz right there, tried to put a lot of pressure. Owen tried to get it released quickly. Ball was a little bit high. AC went up for it, actually got upended on the try, and brings up a big field goal situation. But Franklin has handled these pretty well so far.
Sure has. He's 2 for 2 on the season. Trojans have kicked, I think it's 5 field goals, 4 field goals this year after missing their first one at the end of the game, and this one's up from 40 yards and good. So the Trojans have a decent drive, even though they got it at the Westmore 40. Would have loved to have 7, but pick up 3 and trail Westmore here in the first quarter, 7-3 with 4:15 to go in the opening quarter after they just went 17 yards in 4 plays. Run some other scores down for you while we have a chance. Big game going on tonight in Owasso, and right now in the first quarter, Mustang and Owasso just starting, no score. Other games in our district, however, Enid is leading at Moore 14-7. Norman North, as I mentioned, leading at Broken Arrow 21-0, and Bigsby won last night 66-0 over Southmore. In the other district, as I mentioned, the Mustang Owasso scoreless game. Norman at Edmond Memorial tied at 7 in the second quarter. Santa Fe is leading Edmond North 21-0. That game in the first quarter. And Union is leading at Yukon 13-0 in the first quarter. Here it's 7-3 after Westmore scored on the 3rd play of the game on an 83-yard bomb from MJ Graham to Mashawn Graham, and here's the kickoff, and nothing doing. Tackled at the 6-yard line by Sam Stone. What a play that was on Colton Bennett, one of their starting wide receivers.
I think it was Zach Fisher in there,
thank you.
And really kind of chased him down from the backside. So nice job right there by, a young guy, junior, getting in and making a big play to keep him pinned deep there.
So again, the Trojans playing field position. The ball is on the 7-yard line, 1st down and 10 for MJ Graham. He can score from anywhere on the field, as can his brothers. We just saw on the 3rd play of this game. Trojans show blitz. They throw out the wide receiver screen. It goes right through the hands of Colton Bennett on the near side.
Graham Jr.'s pass to Colton Bennett is
they got 2 receivers down here, one stacked kind of in front of the other, and
brings up 2nd and 10 from the 7.
Colton had it go right through his hands there. He's going to be a little bit disappointed in himself. Quarterback's trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly. That deep shotgun start, and he got it out there in a hurry and had a decent block. There were guys closing in on him, but just didn't make the play.
Ball will set up as a right edge rusher. McAnally on the left edge. Now McAnally drops back. 3-man front. 4 linebackers, and the quarterback's going to run. He gets up to the 10. Gets by a defender and tackled at the 13-yard line.
Graham Jr. on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, design quarterback run all the way right there. And Elias Cooper coming up from his corner position to make a good, solid tackle right there as Jet Kalmus was pursuing him from his linebacker position inside out. That quarterback run all the way there. They're trying to spread the defense out with multiple wide receivers, and then he just takes off running on a little bit of a quarterback delay.
His first run of the game for 6 yards, so it's 3rd and 4 from the 13-yard line. He has a man in the backfield with him. That's Matt Evans. He gets the snap. He keeps after faking to Evans. He gets captured at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Good job by the Trojan front. Led in there by Hudson Ball. He got some help from Jace Hager and Jet Kalmus.
Yeah, really, with the exception of one, like that 83-yard pass play that you talked about, the defense has played very disciplined, very sound, doing a good job of keeping everybody contained. But the offense needs to reciprocate with putting some more points on the board on this drive.
So 4th and 4 from the 13-yard line. Snap back. He bobbles it, picks it up. He's going to have to run with it. He didn't have to, but he decides to, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, which is the 13-yard line, and the Trojans have set up shop here in great field position.
Rob, pretty close to a safety right there.
Well, I think he was able to pick it up before he was going to get tackled for a safety. They were closing in on him for sure, but my fear was that as he moved upfield, he was going to maybe be able to shimmy his way to a first down, and good ankle tackle that time by Jack McAnally to stop him in his tracks before he was able to make one more move and maybe lunge for the stick. So it looked like almost certain disaster for Westmore, and then there was a moment of, oh, this might be bad for the Trojans, and McAnally saves the day. And again, playing that field position game, having 2 consecutive drives for the Jaguars start inside their own 10, paying big dividends here for the Trojans.
They really need to turn this into 7 points and take the lead with 2:38 to go first quarter. Down 7-3. I formation. Corwin's the fullback, and deep is KD. He gets the handoff, gets to the line of scrimmage, and uses his strength to gain a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, just not much running room right now, and it was a deep I formation that you don't see very often. Corwin had a long time there to get into that lead fullback block position, and as KD got to the line of scrimmage, that kind of closed up in the middle pretty quickly.
Well, they're on the far hash mark, so the short side of the field is to their right. Jones, the KD, is the running back to the left of the quarterback, Owen Jones. They show power right. Now they send a man in motion, and it's a high snap, and they got to fall on it back at the 23-yard line. Oh, my goodness. A loss of a dozen right there. Make it 3rd down and long.
Yeah, just snap gets away from Owen there. I think it was a little bit high, but he also had AC that was coming in quick motion behind him. May have been something like a quick pop pass to AC, and so maybe Owen was trying to think about getting that ball and fielding it quickly so that he can get it out there to AC, but moving in the wrong direction for sure when the defense gives you a gift.
Indeed. Got to take advantage of this. Beatty comes out, Jack McAnally comes out. They were both tight ends on that last play. So now they'll open it up. 3rd and 20 at the Westmore 23-yard line. Owen Jones will send 3 receivers to the left, and now the Trojans have to call timeout. They weren't quite sure what they needed to do. One of the receivers out there, I think that's Nathan Domek, is starting to get more time as we move along. Wasn't sure where he needed to go, and the Trojans have to burn a timeout here with 59 seconds left in the opening quarter. Trojan football brought to you by Arvest Bank. Again, Arvest donates $1 for every point scored this year to the Trimble Strong Foundation. We appreciate Kevin and Henry Saban for that. And the hometown huddle tonight from 5 to 7:30 went on. Coach, I've never seen more vendors than what we had tonight at the hometown huddle.
There were a lot of them. I didn't get to see all of them. I was kind of front and center at the dunk tank. I always take the 5 o'clock shift on. You don't want to be in the dunk tank later on after the water's been there for a little while and people been in and out. So take the first shift, but not only 411 was that my key to the game, my number of the game beforehand, Rob. That was also how much money I raised for the Baseball Booster Club. People taking shots at me. I don't know what it is about me, Don. I'm a favorite fundraiser for the Booster Club down there.
Hey, I remember when I was a kid in school, if you told me I get a free shot to dunk my principal, I'm taking that all day long. So I think we could advertise that a little bit more next year, maybe double that amount, maybe post some pics on social media.
No, we don't have to do that.
Well, Scott Van Dyke and I went down there, but we were too late. Here's Owen over the middle, caught by Christensen. Short of the first down, though. They needed to get to the 3. He catches it and tackled immediately at the 11 to set up a 4th down. They'll bring Franklin on again to try another field goal.
Not a bad job. Got AC on a deep over route, a deep drag route. I think Coach Calabrese was hoping that something developed a little bit farther in the corner, but they did a good job of covering AC, so that as soon as he did make the catch, they brought him down. But, of course, that was a lot of ground to make up on that 3rd down play.
Snap back, hold by Christensen, the kick by the left-footed Jack Franklin, who's the keeper on the soccer team. This is his first year in varsity football, and he knocks in another three-pointer from 28 yards out. So it is Jinx now trailing Westmore 7-6 with 18 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Really just a good, quick, compact motion from Jack Franklin, and shows you just how big his leg is. His 40-yarder earlier in the quarter would have been good, probably from 50 at least. So he's been a great find so far this season, and watched an interesting story the other day about kickers and just the mentality that you have to have, and how it can be feast or famine for those guys, and how quickly you have to put your mistakes behind you. But the kicking experts out there will tell you 1.2 seconds is how long you have to get that ball up in the air. 1.2 seconds. Jack Franklin makes it look pretty easy.
Well, to that point, Rob, I just say, we've gotten better on that exchange point from the first game in the year. We had one blocked. Of course, Franklin wasn't the kicker in the Edmond Santa Fe game when we got that one blocked. But just that exchange rate, that delivery was not happening as precisely. So it's good to see that whole process get a little bit better as the season progresses.
And his kickoff is deep into the end zone, and so Westmore will take over with 18 seconds left in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20, leading 7-6. Other scores going on. Number 1, Muskogee in 6A Division II, leading at Putnam West 48-0. Booker T. Washington really struggling for Jonathan Brown. Of course, most of their team, I think they have something like nearly 40 sophomores starting for them right now. They're trailing at Stillwater 28-7 after they got beat last week. Sand Springs riding the ship at home, leading Tahlequah 27-7. Bartlesville leading at U.S. Grant 34-0. Ponca City leading at Lawton 14-8 in the second quarter. MJ Graham gets the snap, hands off, and the running back gets some room up to the 25 from the 20-yard line. And it could have been even worse. I think Jet Kalmus, along with Hudson Ball, might have saved, Hudson Ball might have saved a bigger game.
Yeah, and again, you don't want them to have short yardage on second down as the quarter expires.
So after one period of play from Allan Trimble Stadium, it is Westmore 7 and Jinx 6. Thanks for joining us on 1170 The Blitz.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Westmore 7, Jinx 6.
Welcome to Tulsa ER and Hospital, your trusted partner in healthcare. As a local physician-owned hospital, we prioritize the well-being of our community above all else. We offer a full range of medical services to meet all of your healthcare needs. From our state-of-the-art emergency room and laboratories to our knowledgeable staff, we are here for you 24/7. Tulsa ER and Hospital, more caring, more personal, and more convenient. How healthcare should be.
Well, there's been one big play in this game. That was the third play of the game, and that has been the difference. An 83-yard strike down the far sideline, left to right, from quarterback M.J. Graham to his brother Michon Graham on the third play of the game on 3rd and 13. Michon Graham got behind the defenders and streaked down the sideline, and Westmore, just a minute 20 into the game, led 7-0. The Trojans have whittled their way back thanks to great field position and trail 7-6 starting this second quarter. Westmore will have 2nd and 5 at the 25. Both teams with only a couple of first downs. Jinx with 2, Westmore with 1, and that was on that pass play. Rushing, Westmore 6 rushes for 11 yards. Jinx 5 rushes for 22. Westmore's 2 of 4 passing for 80 yards. Jinx is 3 of 5 passing for 10 yards. So Jinx with 32 total yards in that first half. We start the second quarter, 2nd and 5. Westmore at their own 25, going right to left. They fake a sweep to Patterson McDonald, and the quarterback runs up near the 30-yard line, chased out by Elias Cooper. And that'll move the sticks.
Yeah, went to a 3-man front right there, and they went in a motion to the wide side of the field, and they were able to come back to the short side of the field here and get outside our contain. And not a big pickup, but just enough for that first down, plus a little bit more.
Got it by a yard, so it is first down from the 31-yard line. M.J. Graham, 3 carries for 12 yards. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Jinx shows the blitz. Here they come. Graham's going to try to run. He bounces outside, gets by the blitzer, gets the 30, turns the corner up to the 35 to the 37-yard line. A gain of 6.
Yeah, again, just very athletic, and he got past 2 guys that are usually very sure tacklers for the Trojans. He got past Sam Stone first of all, and then he got past Samaj Stanford there to get a nice gain. Otherwise, we had a pretty good call defensively. Just got to make sure we take our feet to the tackle. He's just very elusive.
2nd and 3.
Gain of 6. Back-to-back plays for M.J. Graham. 2nd and 4 at the 37. By the way, the first quarter stats brought to you by Matt McCoy Insurance, 81st and 129th East Avenue in Broken Arrow, but serving the metro area. They send Patterson McDonald split right. Michon Graham split left, and they throw a screen pass and nothing doing. Out to the right to the 35-yard line, and then he was hit by 3 Trojans who drove him back, and that'll be no gain, and that's being extremely generous.
Well, he got to introduce himself, or he got introduced to number 20, Jet Kalmus, first of all, and then a lot of his maroon friends helped him out right there, but just nice form tackling right there on that tunnel screen.
Brings up 3rd down.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's no gain. They said the loss of 2. It's actually no gain. 3rd down and 4 from the 37. Here's another receiver screen. And up to the 40-yard line. And he'll be closer to that first down. Let's see if they move the sticks.
I think Grant Newer did a great job of using the sideline and trying to blow up that lead blocker and getting him to step out of bounds before he got close to the first down chain. So
I agree.
Give it up to Grant right there for doing a nice job of filling. Wasn't able to make the tackle, but he was able to make the defender step out of bounds.
He might have stepped out of bounds at the line of scrimmage because it's going to be 4th and 4 at the 37-yard line. So no gain on the play. Here's another punt. This time the punter gets it, handles the snap, kicks it away. It hits inside the 30. Samaj Stanford runs away from it. It rolls inside the 20. And the Trojans will have their worst field position of the first half at their own 14-yard line.
At the Jinx 14-yard line. Jinx takes over from there. 1st and 10 Trojans.
Well, we've had really good field position the last 2 drives and haven't done a whole lot with it. So let's see if we have a little bit worse field position if we give ourselves a chance here with the ball on the 19-yard line on the right hash. Coming into our boundary. I'm sorry, Don.
You're all right. Down 7-6. Trojans at their own 13-yard line, left to right, near hash mark for Owen Jones, the quarterback. Since Connor Thompson in motion. Hands off KD Jones. KD dances across the 15, gets up to the 18, a gain of 5 on first down, so that's good.
Tackled by number 73, Joseph Coffey.
Rob, what can you tell about the kind of vibe of the offensive unit at this point?
Can you say one more time, Coach Fox?
What can you tell about the vibe of the offensive unit? You can tell us maybe after this play how they're looking, how they're what their demeanor is kind of on the sideline after this play.
Sure thing.
2nd and 5 from their own 18-yard line, down 7-6. Owen Jones at quarterback. Handoff, KD slips through a tackle, dives to the first down marker. He'll be just a yard short to set up 3rd and 1.
Well, I certainly haven't seen any negative energy or negative, body language from these guys so far. I think what they realize after a quarter of play is, hey, we came into this game knowing we'd be in a pretty good fight, and here we are. I think there's got to be some resolve from the coaches as well to stick with the run game and try to wear down this defensive front of Westmore.
They face a 3rd and 1 here at the 22-yard line. 2 fullbacks in, Beatty and Corwin both on the right, near side. Shotgun snap, handoff, KD's caught in the backfield, and he's not going to get the first down. He's caught for a loss of 2, back to the 21-yard line. Give it up to this Westmore defense.
Yeah, again, the snap a little bit high, so Owen has to get it, just kind of throws some of the timing off, but that great defensive lineman there for Westmore, number 71, just huge frame. He's back in the backfield pretty quick. James Williams, 300. He's listed at 320. He might be about 5 or 15 pounds more than that. He got in there in a hurry, though, and KD never had a chance to get his motor running.
Here's the punt from Ataya. Low snap, gets it away, and a nice high kick. Hits at the 42, rolls inside the 30, and then down just outside the 30-yard line.
I think they're going to call holding on this punt squad for the Trojans.
Oh, no. That will maybe negate the 49-yard kick by Ataya.
They're going to go talk to Lorenzo Williams, the head coach for Westmore, but they may have to re-kick this from farther back.
Scores in 5A tonight. Pryor leading at Will Rogers 30-14. Durant leading at home over Glenpool 34-7. Oklahoma City Southeast losing at Cache 42-0. They upset Cache last year. Oklahoma City Southeast did, as they had the Graham twins there last year. They transferred from Oklahoma City Southeast to Westmore. And I think Westmore will take the penalty, but will take it where the ball was downed at the 30 and move it up to the 41-yard line.
Penalty moves the ball to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Westmore.
So Westmore takes over at the 41, leading 7-6 with 8:01 to go before halftime. You don't want to fall behind any more than what you already are, as explosive as this Westmore team is. Here's a running play, and Evans gets loose up to the 45, 47, 49-yard line. The market at the 48, and that's a gain of 7.
Tackled by number 8, Jack Metcalf.
Yeah, they just don't want to give up that much yardage on the pass on the running game, because they don't want to create opportunities
for the
Jaguars to air it out early in this series.
This Matt Evans was tough against Jinx a year ago. I know he scored a touchdown or 2 against the Trojans last year. He ran for over 700 yards last season. 2nd and 3 from the 48, and Evans throws it to Zilney, the tight end. He's a good one at the 40. Gets inside the Jinx 35 and tackled at the Jinx 33-yard line by Jet Kalmas.
Yeah, that time right there, you've got that big tight end doing a nice job. He's lined up as a wide receiver there, and then they got Graham going in motion. He's kind of stacked behind him, but he comes in a quick motion inside. They send him deep. They set that tight end down in the flat with the defender way off of him, and gets a big pickup pretty easily.
He had a big touchdown at the end of the game against Jinx a year ago. Evans again running. This offensive line leading the way in a pickup. Well, they're going to give him some good progress. 5 yards down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why you see them rotating so many defensive linemen in and out, because, again, you've got these guys playing for Westmore. Again, you've got 71. We just talked about him doing a great job defensively. James Williams. You got number 74 in there on the left side as well. Carlos Pardo.
320 and 280, and they are both college prospects. 2nd and 5 at the Jinx 33-yard line. Trojan four-man front. Cash Jacobson over the nose. Handoff. Evans goes over right guard, gets the first down, or close to it. They're going to give him, they're going to say he's short as he powers his way to the 24.
Tackled by number 15.
Kind of surprised that they called him short. I didn't see his knee go down there, Rob. I don't know if you did.
Brings up third down.
No, from my vantage point, he was definitely across the line to gain before his knee hit, but officials must have seen something that we didn't.
So it's 3rd and 1 at the Jinx 29-yard line. Trojan fans raising a ruckus here. Here's MJ Graham, the quarterback, looking for a hole. He just waits for the offensive line to do their thing, and he gets down to the 22-yard line and a first down.
These Westmore offensive linemen playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're down close to their goal line. They do have their hands on their hips, and again, that's one of the reasons why they're going to rotate a bunch of guys. Really, they play about 15, 16 guys on both sides of the ball a lot. But this offensive line unit is just really moving that defensive line back into the lap of the linebackers for right now.
1st and 10 at the Jinx 22-yard line. Trojans down 7-6, and Westmore about to get in the red zone. Handoff Evans again. He's got a hold of the 20. 15. Up. Undercut. And down to the 12, and Hudson Ball is not getting up.
Number 6, Jaden Williams on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. Officials timeout for Hudson. He hasn't really been moving. He's rolling over to his back now, but Evans got through there about 8 yards before he ever had any contact by a defensive player.
Well, and on this drive, it's just been way too easy for the Westmore ball carriers to get to that second level. They just have not encountered any resistance at all at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, and getting up and forcing these linebackers and these safeties to make some plays.
Janet Schreiner.
So Mike Catterson.
Meet campus police at your car immediately.
So Mike Catterson, the trainer for Jinx, attending to Hudson Ball Trojan football, brought to you by the Jinx Football Booster Club, which includes Oklahoma veterinary specialists. We thank them for their sponsorship. Hudson is getting up, so that's good news as he walks off on his own power.
Yeah, and they had really done a nice job that first few series, again, of stopping the run and putting Westmore into some longer yardage third down situations. And then this drive, really they've had a lot of first down pickups, 4, 5, 6 yards, and putting them in second and short, third and short, that it's been very manageable as they march down the field.
They started this drive at their own 41-yard line, now down to the Jinx 12-yard line where they have a first down. So a new set of downs with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the wide side of the field to the right. Going right to left near hash mark. Zilney, the tight end, is an H-back on the left near side for MJ Graham. Gets the snap, handoff. No, he fakes a jump pass. Beautiful to Zilney, the tight end at the 2 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Westmore.
Yeah, Graham was all over that as soon as he let that ball ride in the belly of Evans to make it look like he was going to hand it off, and then he showed his quarterback delay like he was going to take off with it, took a couple steps towards the line of scrimmage, does the jump pass that Tim Tebow in the University of Florida had perfected so well so long ago, and pretty easy touchdown for the Westmoore Jaguars.
Andrews for the extra point on its way to our left, and it bangs up against the sharp center and is good, and we'll take a break. With 4.5 minutes to go before halftime, it is now Westmore 14, Jinx 6. Trojan football continues in a moment on 1170 The Blitz.
When you've got to spend some time away, there's no better place for your best friend to stay than Woodland West Pet Resort. With 17,000 square feet of fun, you can both take a no-guilt vacation. Relax, both of you. Pick up a new skill. Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends. Have a spa day. And finally, come home to your best friend. Woodland West Pet Resort. Sit, stay, and play. Located next to Woodland West Animal Hospital off Highway 75 in the Jenks exit.
Well, the Trojans have 4.5 minutes to respond. Down 14-6, kickoff to Katie Jones at the 13. Angles right, comes this way across the 20, up to the 25, and tackled at the 27-yard line.
Katie Jones on the return.
So a gain of 15 sets up a first down and 10 from the 27-yard line, and this Trojan offense needs to generate something, Coach. They really haven't been able to do much, only 2 first downs in this game.
Yeah, and it's just been a lack of consistency. You know, there's been a few good runs up the middle. Sometimes you get something going on the counter game, some good passes, but then maybe you have a drop ball or a misplaced ball, and or just a tackle for a loss or tackle for just a short gain. Just not having any consistency on the offensive rhythm right now.
Owen Jones, play action. Bootlegs right, comes this way, fires. Oh, and it's off the fingertips of McAnally at the 38-yard line. Oh, my goodness. He was wide open and would have had a first down.
First down and plus some, for sure. Yeah, and that's one that Jack wishes he had back. It was a little bit high, and Jack has played a lot of defense, but has been a contributor on this offensive unit as well, and so that was definitely a tendency breaker. I know Westmore wasn't watching for number 8 to run that drag across the field, but it's one he wishes he had back.
Receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Second down and 10. Owen Jones, play action. Back to pass, throws it down and out. This one's way too tall for A.C. Christensen up at the first down marker. It's 3rd and 10, and Owen Jones just not on the same page
Number 7, Mishon Green.
with the receivers, and when he does hit the receiver, they've been unable to hang on to it.
Yeah, and that when the ball sailed on him, I think part of that is he had some defensive linemen in his face a little bit, so I don't know if he couldn't quite follow through, get on that front foot, put his hand and his foot, more towards the sidelines or where the receiver was going to be, so the ball kind of sailed on him a little bit. But again, not a bad play call. The play is there, the receiver is open, but not executing so far.
KD Jones in motion. They fake to him. Instead, they throw left. Caught at the 25, 30, 35, first down. And straight ahead to the 45-yard line. Nice misdirection on the screen pass as it is caught by A.C. Christensen.
Yeah, everybody knows where number 2 is on the field, especially when he takes off in motion right there. So showing the pump fake to KD out here on the swing pass and then coming back to a short tunnel screen on the left side. And almost got knocked down by a defender. We haven't run our screens extremely well so far this season, but that was a nice one to see, and then AC does a nice job of getting upfield and for maximizing that reception.
16-yard gain to make it first down at the 43-yard line. Jones back to pass. Look out. He steps up away from the rush. He's going to run to the 45 to the 50 and slides down a couple of yards shy of the first down marker.
Jones on the quarterback keeper.
I know, Rob, that's one of the things that you said you wanted to see was taking care of that football when he pulls it down and takes off.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Yeah, did a good job there. Again, just good decision making. Able to step up in the pocket, sense where the rush is, move around it, still keep his eyes downfield until the last possible moment, and then get what you can and get down. Quick injury update from down here on the sidelines, guys. They've wrapped the left leg of Hudson Ball. They've wrapped up his shin. Just looks like a left leg contusion at this point, so would expect to see him back at some point.
All right, good to know. So second down and 3 after the 7-yard gain up to the 49-yard line. Here's a quick pass for a first down. Caught, curls inside to the 40, down to the 35, and caught at the 31-yard line is KD Jones.
Man, KD does so many special things. He does a great job running inside. He has speed outside, but right there showing real prowess is running a nice stop route, hitch route, whatever you want to call it, making sure he secures the catch in space and then getting upfield and really showing his ability to be a route runner and receiver right there on that play as the outside guy in that formation.
His first catch of the game. He leads the team in receptions. That's his 19th of the year, and he's about to break a record for Jinx receptions by a running back. Here's Jones airing it out, but his receiver went straight down the sideline. Jones expecting him to come back to it down at the 10-yard line. It'll bring up for second and 10.
I think he got hit there as he tried to get rid of the ball, Rob, maybe. I'm not really sure. He ended up on his back, and it looked like maybe the ball fluttered, so I didn't know if his arm got hit or what.
Definitely some pressure in his face. I think he was just trying to get rid of that toward an eligible receiver, and probably knew when he released it, it didn't have much of a chance to be a completion. Just wanted to try to get rid of it and avoid the sack.
2nd down and 10 with a jumbo. A lot of people in the backfield now. 3 receivers in the backfield, split to the right, wide side of the field for Owen Jones, who gets the shotgun snap. Under pressure again. This time he's going to be sacked. Back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 5 to set up 3rd down and 15. Give it up to the Jaguars. They've got Zilney in at defensive line, helped with the sack.
Yeah, and Amari Perry came in there as interior inside linebacker on the blitz, and he is a big boy. He's 5'10", listed at 5'10", 170. I think he's a little bit bigger than that. KD had to step up and try to block him, and it was definitely a mismatch.
The Trojans have called a timeout with 1:57 remaining here in the first half. 17th meeting between the two schools. Westmore won the very first meeting in the 2002 playoffs, winning 14-10. That snapped the Trojans' 6-year run as a state champion. And since then, actually it's Westmore that's called the timeout. And since 2002, the Trojans have beaten the Jaguars 15 consecutive times, 5 of those 15 in the postseason. And they've met Westmore every year since 2012. But as I said earlier, Coach, again, these teams, it used to be when they got off the bus, Jinx was ahead 14-0. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think these teams have not only gotten better, the teams from Oklahoma City like Mustangs, Westmore, Norman North, Edmond Santa Fe, but I think Jinx has lost, and maybe the other schools too on this side have lost that invincibility.
Well, there's just a lot of parity. There's more parity in you know, your training, your strength development, you know, and your facilities. I know when we go over to Mustang and see all the facilities that they have there, you know, so the West Side schools are doing a good job. The East Side schools dominated for a long time, and the West Side schools decided they wanted to invest in their programming and have done a good job in creating a little bit more parity.
3rd and 15. KD Jones in the backfield now with Owen Jones. Here's the pressure. They set up a screen to KD. He gets by a man to the 35, to the 30, gets by another as he leaps over a tackler and dives down near the 21-yard line. He's going to be about a half yard short to set up 4th down, and I would assume that they'll go for it here on 4th and 1.
Yeah, we just talked about the screen game just has not worked as well this season as it did last year with Jalen Stanford and Jaden Carroll, and that was a nice job. I guess Coach Calabrese said, hey, Coach Fox, watch this. So nice pickup on 3rd down. KD does a good job. I thought he got a little bit farther down the field.
Yes, but he certainly did. Everybody down here shocked by that spot, that is not a first down for the Trojans. I think they marked him at least a yard shy of where he was down.
So it's 4th and 1. Jones out of the empty, or KD in a wildcat snap, gets it 20. First down to the 15. Bounces outside toward the sideline at the 10 and tackled just inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
God will tell us at halftime, but I think 2 of our best running plays have definitely been that wildcat direct snap to KD.
Gain of 14 there.
That's how they opened the game, and that was a great pickup and an important pickup. We get stopped there on 4th down. Westmore's got a lot of time to do some things with their very talented and speedy skill guys.
Gain of 14 on the run. KD 9 carries for 44 yards. Has caught a couple of passes for 33 yards. Here it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. 1:13 remaining before halftime. Down 7-6. Pass out to KD Jones. Out in the flat. Gets it to the 10, to the 5. Look at him move through 2 defenders and tackled down near the 3-yard line.
I think that was a swing pass to Foreman again.
Okay,
Don.
thank you.
But he does do a nice job of weaving his way through traffic, kind of like he did last week, getting close to that end zone, not quite getting in like he did against Enid, but nice pickup right there, and the clock is running down underneath a minute now.
Gain of 6, so it's 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. First catch of the night for Corey Foreman. Trojans need a touchdown, down 14-6. Corwin in at fullback. KD is deep in the backfield. They hand off to him. Corwin leads the way. KD hit at the line of scrimmage, still fighting forward, and gets a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
Rob, where's the ball right there? Kind of hard to see from our angle.
Yeah, the nose right on the 1-yard line. nose of the football just barely touching the 1 yard line. So they got a full 3 feet to go here.
You would think they would. I would assume that they'll go for it if it's fourth down.
Well, they don't have any other timeouts if I'm counting things up right. So this is their last timeout. They've got 25 seconds. They might be calling 2 plays right now in the huddle. Of course, if they get in right here, you'd think they'd go for 2. The good thing is they are getting the ball to start the second half. But it would be really nice to go ahead and poke it in for a touchdown here.
And unfortunately, Hudson Ball went out with that injury because these are situations they really wanted to use number 31 a lot more because of his 6'3", 225-pound frame to run the ball as he did in a touchdown run of a similar situation against Union here 3 weeks ago. 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. Katie sets up deep in the backfield, back at his own 9. Corwin, the fullback, sets up at the 5, and Owen Jones is under center. Sends Christensen in motion, gets the snap, pivots right, give off to Katie Jones, hit in the backfield and dropped at the 1 yard line, no gain, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
And we've got an injury timeout for somebody that's down on the field. Looked like Kai Beatty was down and he's going to get up, but he's going to have to come out of the game.
Timeout, Jinx.
Hey guys, I think that was Gavin Gagnon, the 6 foot 240-pound junior defensive lineman from Westmore, who was able to come through and just blow that play up before KD could really find his way through the line of scrimmage there. Nice job by Westmore on the goal line stand and sets up just a massive play here to end this first half.
Yeah, and I guess they did have another timeout. I was looking at the scoreboard and must have been off, so but this is obviously their last time out, and it's 4th and goal, so they've got to get it across the goal line anyway.
They do indeed. Trojan football brought to you by Waldo's Chicken, 71st and Yale, now in BA on Kenosha, west of Lynn Lane. Always made from scratch, tried and true family recipes. Great tailgating opportunity with their drive-thrus. Their mac and cheese is outstanding. Their cheddar cheesy biscuits, the collard greens, the white beans. Fridays, they've got catfish. Waldo's Chicken, proud sponsor of Trojan football. They'd be even prouder if we could knock this in from 4th and goal at the 1 yard line.
Hudson Ball in the backfield here, guys. Yep. Hudson Ball in the backfield.
Under center's Jones. See if he tries to sneak it over, and now whistles blow, and Ethan Rowland, the official, has this to say.
Before the ball was snapped, encroachment on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Still 4th down.
Oh, that'll help.
A
1.5 feet.
I think the defensive line is trying to do some moving, some hopping, some stuff like that.
The ball was snapped. The offense was lined up over the ball. Encroachment on the offense.
Oh, my goodness. So they've changed the penalty, and now it's against the Trojans. So instead of 4th and 1.5 feet, it's 4th and 6. 4th and goal from the 6. Now do you kick 3 or go for it? They're going to go for it.
I don't know about you, Coach Fox. I feel like I can maybe count on one hand the number of times I've seen encroachment called on the offense.
Yeah, if you make a fist, that would be how many times I've seen it.
Corey Foreman splits out left. Nathan Domek splits out left as well. And in the slot to the left is Connor Thompson. Empty backfield for Jones. Looks left. Has time. Fires. Back of the corner of the end zone. Caught. Is it a touchdown? A flag is down as well. I'm not sure Connor Thompson caught it in bounds. Let's see what the flag is.
They're going to call it illegal screen or illegal pick, I'm pretty sure. That's my guess from the guy where he threw it and when he threw it. So Connor's on the inside of 3 receivers. He's running a bench route. There's 2 outside guys that are running slants, and I think they're going to say one of those ran like an illegal screen.
Right.
Jinx coaches down here asking for any illegal hands to the face, but they're not going to get it.
5-yard penalty. Replay.
Yeah, Zach Cox was complaining that the nose tackle grabbed his helmet. So a 5-yard penalty makes it 4th and goal from the 11. Now do you kick 3?
Yeah, they're bringing Franklin out. What they called right there was that on those 3 receiver side, one of the receivers was covered up. So when he released downfield, he was an eligible receiver. So that's what they called on that one.
Christensen is a former quarterback. He's the holder. He could throw the ball, but Westmore is expecting that. So they'll kick 3 here. It's got the distance. No good, off to the right. And no flag. Did Franklin end up on the turf?
That was Christensen that did.
Man, 2 defenders, I think, crashed into each other and then knocked Christensen, the holder, down, and no call. So the field goal is no good with 11 seconds remaining, and it remains Westmore 14, Jinx 6. After the Trojans have looked so good on offense and taken advantage of the other team's mistakes in the first half, the last 2 games, really unable to do that tonight.
Jinx coach is not pleased at all with the way this game has been officiated here in the last couple of minutes. That's an understatement, but got to be so frustrating to have the ball inside the 1-yard line and then backed up outside the 10-yard line, and to come away with no points in that situation is just, it's dismal.
Offensive line coach Justin Glenn out there talking during that to the umpire, talking about hands to the face to Zach Cox, the center, coming from that nose guard.
So don't fall asleep here on Westmore with 11 seconds left for MJ Graham. And now they'll just take a knee and we'll head to the locker room. Wow. What a first half. The Trojans,
ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first half.
Not scoring a touchdown in the first half. That hasn't happened in a while.
I said we didn't want a track meet.
Our halftime interview might be delayed by just a few seconds here, guys, as Coach Riggs wanted to have a little chat with the white hat.
Yeah, and this is an experienced crew. These guys have done a lot of football. They've done a lot of Jinx Trojan football. They know what they're doing, and they've called state championship games, playoff games. But Trojans not catching a break right now at all from the guys in the striped shirts.
All right, here's our visit with Coach Riggs, brought to you by Riverside Ford.
Thanks, DK. Down here on the field with Coach Riggs. Coach, just kind of talk us through the last 2 minutes there to have the ball down by the goal line and not be able to come away with any points.
Well, disappointing is what I'm feeling right now, right? We've had 3 drives, great field position, and all we came up with 2 field goals. We've got to be better than that. We've got to execute better and take advantage of our opportunities.
Defensively, you give up the play, big play on that first drive, and then they put a nice drive together there in the second quarter. Just what do you want to see out of your defense in the second half?
Well, the first drive, that guy's really fast. He ran right by us. The second drive, that kind of pushed us around a little bit. We've got to be better up front and get them into long yardage situations.
How do you find a little more consistency on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, we've got to execute better. We've had plenty of opportunities, but when we have our opportunities, we got to make the most of them.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thanks so much. Back
All
upstairs,
right,
guys.
thank you. And of course, a visit again by Riverside Ford, I-44 in the Arkansas River, and Trojan football also brought to you by Community Care of Oklahoma. We're back to recap the first half when we continue on 1170 The Blitz.
Welcome to Tulsa ER and Hospital, your trusted partner in healthcare. As a local physician-owned hospital, we prioritize the well-being of our community above all else. We offer a full range of medical services to meet all of your healthcare needs. From our state-of-the-art emergency room and laboratories to our knowledgeable staff, we are here for you 24/7. Tulsa ER and Hospital, more caring, more personal, and more convenient. How healthcare should be.
There should be some down in a bigger room down the hall on the left. Uh-huh.
Son of Kisun and Jennifer Chong. Elaine Gao, daughter of Yi and Yang Gao. Ann Gao, daughter of Yi and Yang Gao. Nathan Kraft, son of Mark and Ashley Kraft. Carissa Liu, daughter of Feng Liu and Jae-Ming Liu. Noah Markham, son of Jesse and Catherine Markham. Whitaker McManus, son of Kevin and Aaron McManus. Greta Muller, daughter of Michael and Stephanie Muller. Eduardo Pereira, son of Eduardo Pereira and Carolina Vielma. Aria Rathor, son of Vishal and Komal Rathor.
I don't know who he was arguing with.
Alyssa Sanders, daughter of Gigi and Jennifer Sanders. Clayton Stephanie, son of Matthew and Jennifer Stephanie. Our congratulations to all these outstanding students. Let's give them a round of applause.
Now entering the field, the Jinx Trojan Pride. The Trojan Pride is under the direction of Scott Hillick, Julie Cryer, Ryan Gartner, Mark Stevenson, Kimmy Martin, Grant Jensen, Sam Silverman, and Jill Johnson. Color Guard is under the direction of Andy Coggins, Braxton Dulesky, Lexus Lamho, and Amelia Cannon. Percussion instruction is by Mark Stevenson, Kenny Martin, Noah Smith, and Foster Maddox. Additional staff includes Robert Saladen, Carol Chambers, Brett Kuhn, Jeremy Hunt, Colton Hines, Tykeem Rainey, Jamar Morrison, and Jeanette Pritchard. This year's show is entitled Unraveling. Musical selections include Bolero by Maurice Ravel, Take a Bow by Muse, Symphonic Metamorphosis by Paul Hindemith, Hoodoo by Muse, Libertango by Astor Piazzolla, and Danzón No. 2 by Arturo Marquez. The production is a creative representation of different ways one can unravel music, sound, shapes, color, and emotion. The intent is to take recognizable melodies and unravel them slowly and chaotically throughout the program, all while bringing them back together at the end as the production twists your ears and eyes to manipulate what was there into something new. And now for your halftime entertainment, drum majors Sophie Hopkins, Hadley Kirk, Rachel Oates, and Tessa Summerlin, and the Jinx Trojan Pride. gentlemen, the Jinx Trojan Pride. The Jinx Trojan Pride Marching Band is a 2018 Bands of America Grand Nationals finalist, a 12-time Bands of America Regional and Super Regional finalist, a 20-time Oklahoma Bandmasters Association State Marching Championships Top 6 finalist, a 2016 participant in the Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California, and will be a participant in the 135th Tournament of Roses Parade on January 1st, 2024. In addition, the Trojan Pride Concert Bands are a 4-time Bands of America National Concert Band Festival Honor Group, a 6-time Oklahoma Music Educators State Convention Honor Group, an OSSAA Sweepstakes recipient since 1985, and the 2015 Grand Champion for the inaugural President's Cup National Concert Band Invitational in Washington, D.C. Tonight's Trojan Pride halftime performance has been sponsored by New Life Ranch.
Jinx tough last year. Jinx winning 28-22 at Moore, and they'll be on the road next Thursday. It doesn't get any easier when they have to go to Norman North next Thursday night for a 7 o'clock game. Hello to Scott West, Troy Tabor, Corbin Van Brunt. They're listening with their wives and saying hello tonight. We appreciate that. We appreciate everybody watching on Trojan TV on YouTube. Let's hope this is a better second half for the Trojans. Here's some individual numbers brought to you by Matt McCoy Insurance, who sponsors the halftime show. Individual numbers for their fine quarterback, M.J. Graham. He's 5 of 7, as I mentioned, for 2 touchdowns for 92 yards. Catching the touchdowns, Mashawn Graham, his brother, twin, on an 83-yarder on the third play of the game, and then Zane Zilney, very good tight end, caught one from 12 yards on a jump pass. Graham is leading the rushing for Westmore, 5 carries for 26 yards. Their running back, Matt Evans, 6 carries for 22 yards. For Jinx, K.D. Jones, 11 carries for 46 yards, 2 catches for 33 yards. So he has, in effect, 79 of the 112 yards for the Trojans tonight. Samaj Stanford caught 3 early passes for 10 yards, and that's really been about it. This Trojan offense really has to dictate something going in to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, these guys are good at making halftime adjustments on both sides of the ball, and so I'm sure that they've got a script for how they want to come out in the second half. And meanwhile, as we get ready to play, just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs. Tonight we had the opportunity to recognize our National Merit semifinalists, and had 11 of those this year. And I know Rob and his communications department does a nice job of spotlighting and getting social media feed out on those. We want to congratulate those outstanding seniors, members of the senior class. And then also tomorrow we have the first marching band competition of the year, a big one at Owasso, and the Trojan Pride will be down there, and they'll be competing in preparation to go down to Texas for their second big competition a week from tomorrow. So a lot of Trojans putting in work and doing good things, and it was nice to see them recognized at halftime tonight.
And the Jinx Public Schools Foundation putting on the hometown huddle tonight. What a great turnout they had for the hometown huddle. More vendors, more tents than I've ever seen. You were part of that with the Jinx Baseball Booster Club.
Yeah, it's a great event. I mean, you have some groups that are there, each and every week. And I know we talked to Liz Wright a couple weeks ago about the Trojans Read the Way and Bookmobile, and I know they had a great turnout there as well tonight. They gave away popsicles till they ran out. They had 431 readers that came on board and got popsicles and books. They didn't run out of books. They also want to give a quick shout out to our American Sign Language Club, ASL Club, had students that were there that were reading books and signing books with ASL. So thanks to those students. But a great event, and Gateway Bank has been a new partner this year for that event. It's the name sponsor for the hometown huddle, and just a lot of community support, a lot of community activity, and a great atmosphere. I mean, it's the kind of atmosphere you'd see on a college campus on a Saturday game day, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was impressive. How many times do you think you got dunked in the dunk tank today?
Well, I may have swimmer's ear. I'm gonna have to talk to Rob, see if I got a workman's comp case. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and so actually at the end I was waiting for somebody else to step up and kind of taunting the crowd a little bit, and then I realized that there was a Southeast Elementary person that was right behind me, and they were all waiting for me to get out of there so she could climb in. Miss Copsey, I think she raked in some bucks too. So those little guys were saying, "Hey, get this old guy out of there so we can throw at Miss Copsey." But it's a great event, and just appreciate all the parent volunteers that helped make that possible.
I'm not sure when they started that. I want to say around 2015, I think.
Well, to me, it's kind of had an evolution. You know, way back in the day, we had what we called, well, I just went blank. It was the PTAG sponsored it. It was the kind of event, the block party that was in the Oval. And when PTAG stopped doing that, then it went over to be the hometown huddle event, and the Jinx Foundation kind of picked that up. So it's had some evolutions and some innovations, and it's just a great community atmosphere. It's one of the things that makes Jinx a special place.
Exactly. Let's run down some other scores before we kick off here in the second half. Jinx will get the ball to start the third quarter down 14-6. It is in our district. Norman North leads at Broken Arrow 28-14. The Tigers are making a comeback. Enid is all over Moore. This is kind of a surprise. 35-14 is that score. And Bigsby last night beat Southmore 66-0. So the winner of this game will tie for first with Bigsby for first place in the district, as Norman North lost to Bigsby last weekend. In the other district, Edmond Memorial at home leading Norman 23-14. Union is all over Yukon out west 42-7. Mustang is losing at Owasso. The Rams 27, the Broncos 3. And Edmond Santa Fe continues to impress at home, beating Edmond North in the second quarter 38-17. Those are scores from around 6A Division 1. In 6A Division 2, we'll run down some scores for you. Stillwater is all over Booker T. Washington in Payne County, 42-7. Deer Creek leading at Putnam City, 27-0. Sand Springs at home leading Tahlequah, 41-7. Bartlesville leading at U.S. Grant as expected, 48-0. Muskogee all over Putnam West, 62-0. Ponca City winning at Lawton. That's a tough drive for them, but they're winning in the third quarter 28-8. And Choctaw last night beat Oklahoma City Capitol Hill by a final score of 71-0. In Class 5A, games of note. East Central leading at Memorial 40-18. Bishop Kelly at home leading Collinsville 27-14. Noble at halftime leading El Reno 34-30. Edison and Hale are locked up in a good one in the fourth quarter. Hale's trying to snap a long losing streak, trailing Edison 20-18. Coweta at home leading Sapulpa 21-13 in the third. Here we go. Jinx will get the ball going right to left. Here's the kickoff. This will settle at the 12-yard line, and just as he catches it, that's Cooper Shockley, they will re-kick it.
Looks like they jumped offside. They got across the sideline there. Rob, let me ask you this. What did you notice out of the Trojan football players as they came out for half?
I think good energy coming out. I think it's one thing to say, hey, we're getting beat by a superior opponent, right? I think they know that's not the case tonight. I think they know that a lot of these are self-inflicted wounds. To come away with 0 points before halftime is really, really frustrating and extremely disappointing. But they know that if they make a few more plays, they're not only in this game, but they're winning this game. And so I think it's just a matter of emphasizing that with the coaching staff and cleaning some things up.
Katie Jones, knowing the kick will be shorter than expected, gets to the 16-yard line, catches it, gets up to the 35. A flag is down, and then another flag after the play.
I don't know about the first flag. The second flag for 100% is going to be on the Trojans, and they are very upset, frustrated as Jack Franklin was walking off the field. There was a flag that was thrown his direction. I don't know if it's something he said, something he did, but really got to be that is one of the keys of the game we talked about, being disciplined, not making mistakes, not shooting yourself in the foot, and they have not found that yet tonight.
Personal foul, face mask on the kicking team. After the play was over, personal foul on the receiving team. Both penalties will be marked off. The result will be the ball right where it is, first down.
All right.
I like that delivery. I haven't heard that one from a referee before.
Yeah.
Both penalties will be marked off, and the result will be the ball
same.
is right where it is.
Yeah. and they literally run 15 yards upfield and then 15 yards back downfield.
Oh, man.
Silly. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. 1st and 10.
This, again, is a very good officiating crew with Ethan Rowland and his crew, but they've had a tough night. First down at the 35-yard line. Jinx down 14-6. Starting the second half. Let's see if this offense can get percolating. Jones under pressure. Now has to eat it at the 34-yard line, a loss of a yard. There was just nobody he could throw it to.
Not only was there nobody that he could throw it to as soon as he took off, again, the defensive line for Westmore just kind of closing those gaps and being very disciplined. And big Gavin Gagnon, 6 foot, 240 defensive lineman, junior right there, does a nice job of falling back inside. And if Owen gets past him, he's got some room to run, but defensive lineman making sure that he couldn't get past that line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line for the second-ranked Trojans. Handoff, K.D. Jones. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Hit from behind and falls forward up to the 37-yard line, a gain of 3, and it has just not been, there's not been many holes for K.D. to run through against this tough Westmore defensive line. That's his 11th carry for just 49 yards.
Interesting look right there. Jaden Williams, number 6, actually falls back inside there as a cornerback and makes that play right there on the inside.
3rd and 8 at the 37-yard line. We missed a break a moment ago. My apologies. We'll split those into 2 1-minute breaks if possible. 3rd and 8 at the 37-yard line. And Jones is back under pressure again. And down again he goes at the 35-yard line. Boy, Westmore's just teeing off this offensive line.
It's really a good thing that Owen Jones didn't get that ball off, because Jack Wiltshire was hooked up with this guy. It was a pass play. Wiltshire was so locked up with him, he had blocked him 6 yards down the field. So if Jones would have launched that ball, we would have had an ineligible lineman downfield.
The Trojans not showing a lot of poise here to start the second half, down 14-6. Very frustrating. Here's a punt from Mattia. He has 2 punts in that first half. Each went 49 yards. Good snap. Under some duress, he kicks it away. It's a nice high kick. Hits at the 23, rolls to the 20, rolls laterally toward the Westmore sideline and down near the boundary. In fact, it'll roll just outside the boundary at the 13-yard line. And so that will be a 52-yard kick.
Rob, the player of the game so far may be Elliot Otaya.
On this field of stars.
Yeah, I would agree. There's not a lot to choose from on the Jinx side at the moment, but Ataya really helped him out with some field position in that first half. Got the Jaguars backed up, and we'll see if the Jinx defense can take advantage and make something happen here. Been really impressed in the first half so far with the play of MJ Graham, the Westmore quarterback. Just, you know, the experience and the poise that he's demonstrating has really been impressive so far. Good patience when he's been running the ball. He's made good choices when he's put the ball in the air, and you have to respect what he's capable of running, and it's making things a little bit difficult on the Jinx defense.
Sure has. He's a 3-year starter at Oklahoma City Southeast, transfers to Westmore with his twin brother, Mashawn Graham. Here's a handoff to Matthew Evans, and Evans, the line of scrimmage, the 13, and he scoots up to the 17, a gain of 4 on first down.
Again, they really want to limit those first down pickups to make second down a little bit more easily predictable. Here, you know, with Graham's athletic ability and his ability to make something happen with his arm and with his feet, it's difficult, although you do have the tailback right now for Westmore looking like he's a little shaken up, Matthew Evans.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Jinx brings a 4-man front. They hand off. Ooh, somebody hits Evans straight on. That was Connor Thompson from the safety position. That was quite a collision at the 17-yard line for no gain.
And Connor comes up and does a nice job. Jace Hager gets in there. McAnally falls inside as well. So better job there on second down. But again, in this situation here, a lot of options for Graham. He can pull the ball. Quarterback delay we've seen has worked well. Or the defense is going to play back off these receivers a little bit, try to keep things in front of them.
They're 2 of 5 on third downs. Both have been big in this game. Here's a pass over the middle for Zielny to tight end, and Samaj Stanford, the freshman, on the coverage, and Graham threw it past Zielny. Incomplete on third down.
Yeah, he threw it hot right there, and Samaj was pretty good coverage right there in his hip pocket, but there's no way. That was definitely a size mismatch. Samaj, as you referenced in the pregame, 14 years old right there. He's going to bring all 5'10", 160 pounds of himself, but that big tight end, Zelny from Westmore, 6'4", 232, so they definitely had a physical mismatch.
Here is the punt. Fair catch called for by Stanford, and again, Jinx, as they did in the first half, to start the game, gets great field position at the Westmore 46-yard line.
First and 10 Trojans from the Westmore 46.
So we'll go back to that punt by Ataya, doing a nice job pinning him back there, and then the defense having a nice stand right there gives the offense field position on their side of the 50-yard line, and they have got to produce. It's not the score that's really out of hand right here, but you just feel like every time you don't do something with it, you give Westmore more hope.
Right. 29-yard kick gives the Trojans a first down at the Westmore 46-yard line, early third quarter. Jinx down 14-6. Trojans in their maroon jerseys, black pants, maroon helmets. Westmore in their all-white jerseys with red numerals. And fake to the running back, Jones, down the middle, and he overthrows the receiver down at the 20-yard line, who was well covered. That was Corey Foreman.
Owen Jones pass.
And really, I think the ball kind of goes behind where Foreman was anticipating it. If Jones can get squared away a little bit, maybe lead him more, got a better chance of completing it there. Corey was open, but that's really tough. Owen is a right-handed quarterback. He's rolling to his left. He's got pursuit coming from the inside out. He's trying to get his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage and get the ball released downfield. He throws it a little bit more across his body than perhaps he wanted to. That's why it kind of ends up on the back shoulder of Foreman there as an incomplete pass.
So second down and 10 at the Westmore 46-yard line. Trojans down 8, empty backfield for number 12, Owen Jones. Gets the snap. Here they come, and he throws, and again, he and the receiver can't connect as the receiver turned, and K.D. Jones fell down before the ball got there.
Yeah, that was just a case of the turf reaching up and taking down K.D. Jones, just kind of tried to put his foot in the ground, and it stuck in the ground, and he stumbled, and right as Owen Jones delivered the ball, there was nothing he could do to try to make that completion. So that throw actually wasn't high. It was on target, but, and just nothing seeming to break the right way for the Trojans here on offense.
Not at all. Somebody's got to come up with something big. Stanford, Christensen, KD. He splits out to the left. Owen Jones looks a little rushed tonight at quarterback. He's been so good the last 2 weeks. He's under pressure again here. He steps up, he throws a bomb, and it's overthrown for Foreman, who had a step on his receiver inside the 10-yard line.
So I think that right there is Owen is kind of scrambling, buying himself some more time, and I think Corey was trying to break it off and go a little bit parallel with Owen, and instead Owen led him down the field, and when Corey saw it going down the field, he didn't quite have enough time to adjust his route and get back at an angle where he could make a play on the ball.
8 minutes left, third quarter. Ataya back to punt. So 2 possessions, and the Trojans have nothing to show for it. Here's the snap and another kick. This one's a little more of a wobbler that hits at the 10. Oh, and it's picked up by the receiver, Mikhail Patterson-McDonald, an OU commit at the 7-yard line, and he gets nailed out of bounds at the 8. Thank you very much.
That's really a gift, because that ball would have rolled into the end zone before we got down there to cover it. It was took a pretty hefty bounce towards the goal line, and of course The OU commit's an outstanding athlete. Thought he had a chance to do something with the ball and picked it up, but pretty good coverage to go ahead and shove him out of bounds. So the Trojans do catch a break on that coverage right there.
Well, the Trojans need a turnover here. There have been no turnovers in this game. And the Trojans, who right now have done a really nice job the last 2 weeks, getting 5 interceptions.
This is that third quarter that Rob was talking about in his pregame. So this is where the Trojans want to go ahead and make a productive third quarter of it.
+6 on the turnover ratio. They could use one here deep in their own territory for Westmore at their own 8-yard line. First down, shotgun snap. Fastball out on a wide receiver screen and up to the 11-yard line.
Graham Jr.'s pass is complete.
Is completed.
Elias Cooper does a nice job on that coverage right there. He's fighting through the initial block there, and as the receiver goes outside of him, he plays off the receiver off the block and gets his man, uses the sideline as an extra tackler. Keep it a pretty short pickup.
Gain of 2 on the play to Hunter. Jaden Hunter, one of their wide receivers. Here's a 2nd and 8. Blitz is on. He gets away from it. He throws deep. He throws to the 50-yard line, and it is picked off by Samaj Stanford. He's now wrestling for it, and he comes away with it. It was double coverage, and he took it away from Mashawn Graham at the 35-yard line.
So shout out to 3 guys right there. First of all, Jace Hager comes on a blitz, puts nice pressure on Graham, and Graham is able to avoid it, but he just launches it, and when he does, he launches it into double coverage. Samaj and Elias both are covering him pretty well inside out there with Elias over the top. Samaj plays underneath. You know, earlier in the year against Edmond Santa Fe, we saw him wait on the ball, or I guess it was Owasso wait on the ball that the receiver took away for him for a touchdown. That time Samaj goes and gets it from the receiver, Rob.
Well, DK called it. He said it's about time for a turnover, and they got one. Now, sorry, excuse me, I was going to say that interception sort of doubles as a punt. They don't get the turnover deep in Westmore territory, but they'll take it as a little shift of momentum.
Here's K.D. Jones getting an opening over the right side, going right to left, past the hash mark, just outside between the hash mark and the number, and he gets to the 40 to the 41, a gain of 5.
I was also going to say on that interception, guys, not only credit to Samaj Stanford for how he played that ball, went up and got it, high-pointed the ball to take it away from the receiver, but there was a wrestling match for that ball as they were coming down to the ground and even after they were on the ground, where I thought Mashawn Graham might have a chance to wrestle the ball away from Samaj Stanford, and the 14-year-old freshman stayed strong, came away with that football.
Well, this offensive line needs to get strong, and it'd be nice to see KD break one here. 2nd and 5 at their own 41-yard line. Hand off to KD again. Looking over left side, cuts back right. Short yardage, a gain of 2 up to the 44-yard line. Maybe 3.
Be interesting to see what happens right here. You know, we have not really been throwing the ball effectively. It's 3rd and 2. You'd like to think it's a running down, but you also have a very big physical defensive front here by Westmore. They brought a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage to stop the run. So, you know, if you got to pick it up on 3rd and 2, you got your big package in there with Corwin and Beatty, so we'll see what happens.
3rd and 2 at the 44. Jones under center. Gets a snap, pivots, hands off. K.D. Jones hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. This defensive line, boy, they have played well. You got to give it up to James Williams, a 3-year starter on the offensive line, but he's played on the defensive line. He's just been a bear inside, along with Dylan Bernardi, a 225-pound senior.
Yeah, KD got hit. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rob.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I know we've been a little critical of the Jinx offense tonight. I don't think we've said enough about the job the Westmore defense is doing. They've been really good up front. There's been blanket coverage in the secondary, not a lot of options for Owen Jones. I think this Westmore defense is really rising to the occasion here on the road.
I would agree. Ataya back for another punt. This is a beauty. Drifting back, fair catch called for and taken at about the 11-yard line. So Westmore starts again deep in their own territory. Jinx just got an interception, and again, Jinx offense, 3 possessions and no first downs here in the 3rd.
Well, and Rob, I'm going to say that he did show the fair catch at the 13-yard line where they're spotting the ball, but I thought he caught it closer to the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 for Westmore.
So I know. I don't want to make it sound like the officials are making the difference in the ball game tonight. There's been execution issues, but I just don't understand that spot.
I would say that's about number 3 in terms of spots that I have not understood or agreed with tonight.
First down at their own 13-yard line for the Jaguars, again in their road white uniforms with red numerals, red helmets, and a handoff straight ahead. Evans, he gets upended at the line of scrimmage by Connor Thompson out of the safety position, and then polished off for the Trojans by Trent Mason after a gain of 2 yards.
Tackled by number 42, Trent Mason, and number 5, Jace Hager.
Yeah, we thought this might be just an offensive point scoring track meet tonight, and they put up a lot of points, but they gave up a lot of points last week against the Moore Lions, and I just really thought that the Jinx Trojans would be scoring more points than the Lions so far tonight.
Would agree. 2nd down and 8. Here's the quarterback faking to the running back. He gets outside to the 15, and a great open field tackle at the 18-yard line to prevent the first down. Wow.
Samaj does a nice job coming up from a safety position. He doesn't bring him down, but he makes him run a bubble and gives Sam Stone enough of a time to get an angle there. If Sam doesn't get there, he's definitely going to pick up the first down and more. So good team effort right there. But again, it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Definitely within the wheelhouse of this quarterback to make something happen on this play with 2 wide receivers down close to their sidelines.
3rd and 4 after the gain of 4 at their own 19-yard line. Big defensive stop here for the Trojans, maybe. Handoff, fake handoff, quarterback keeps, and he's tackled in the backfield. Cooper Shockley came up from the corner to tackle the quarterback at the 18-yard line, a loss of a yard, and the Jaguars will have to punt.
You hear about disciplined gap assignment football right there. Hudson Ball doing his thing, Jack McAnally doing his thing, Cass Jacobson filling those interior spots. Quarterback didn't have anywhere to go after he shows the fake to the running back, so he tries to bounce outside, and Shockley is there. Not only is he there, but he finishes off the play.
Well, they've already bobbled 1 punt snap today. The Trojans turn that into 3 points. That's a good snap. And he kicks it away. It's a line drive kick on a great bounce. Hits at the 50, rolls down to the 35, and dead at the 33-yard line. What a roll by this punter, Andrews. That's a kick of 49 yards. Both punters have more yardage than their offenses tonight. That punter, Andrews, for Westmore has a pair of 49-yarders, and Ataya has a pair of 49-yarders and a 52-yarder tonight.
2 tackles on that defensive possession for the Trojans made to look much easier than they actually are. I think Sam Stone and Cooper Shockley both taking down the quarterback in the open field against an athletic, dynamic, shifty runner to be able to wrap up and make those plays was huge for that Trojan defense.
Don, I'm going to go back in the day. I'm going to say this quarterback reminds me of quarterback Quinn Grovey from Duncan High School in the mid-'80s. It went on to a great career at the University of Arkansas. Very shifty, very athletic like that.
Trojans first down at the 33, empty backfield for Owen Jones. Where's number 12? Back to pass, has time, steps up and fires deep. Man there, Christensen off his fingertips just inside the 30-yard line. Oh, he had a step on the defender, but the ball was just about a foot too long.
On the coverage for Westmore,
2 wide receivers to the wide side of the field, Foreman going down the numbers, and you had AC going down the hash right there, and AC is able to get behind. There's 3 defenders kind of playing that half of the field, and AC is able to get behind the guy that's in the seam, and just unfortunately couldn't quite catch up to that ball.
So 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line. 3:14 to go, 3rd quarter. The Trojans still down 14-6. They trailed 7-0 on the 3rd play of the game. Cut it to 7-3. Cut it to 7-6 and 14-6. Screen pass, and it's right through the hands of KD Jones. Owen Jones was under duress, and that is one thing that I know it's hard when you got 2 guys breathing down your neck, but he's just got to show the poise to lift that and get that to KD Jones.
Well, KD, about the time he got it turned around, that thing was a dart coming at him, and that's just really, really hard to do. And unfortunately, as it went past KD, almost went into the hands of a defender from Westmore, so that would have been a very disappointment turn of events.
Stops the clock with 3:11 to go, 3rd quarter. Adam Gaylor trying to get his defense together on the sideline. They're looking over a video. Meanwhile, Greg Calabrese trying to dial something up offensively. 3rd and 10 at the 33. Empty backfield. Jones steps up. He fires another deep pass. Caden Jones has this one. Katie to the 25, to the 20, to the 15. Cut from behind. First down at the 13-yard line.
Wow, just when you needed something, Rob, it was there. I mean, KD shows his ability to get down the field and to make a play when you really need one.
And maybe, just maybe, that's the spark that this offense needed. On that earlier incompletion to A.C. Christensen, you could hear the collective groan go up from the stands like they want it so badly. They want something to open up so badly for this Jinx offense, and finally it did. Well thrown ball by Owen Jones.
Owen had been 0 for 4 until that completion. Handoff KD. Tries to get outside, and there's just nothing there.
Number 2, KD.
No gain on the play actually a gain of 2.
And again, this Westmore defensive front, say what you want to, they're rotating guys in and out almost every 2 plays. You see lots of times they'll be waving to the sidelines, but they've also got them lined up over the sidelines, ready to rotate in. They are trying to keep them fresh. This is really where this offensive line needs to take control of this game and wear these guys down.
2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Samaj Stanford stacked up. No gain. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, Amari Perry, again, from his linebacker position, just nobody gets a hat on him, so he has a clean shot at Samaj as Owen Jones goes out in motion, leaves Samaj there in a wildcat formation, and just either somebody missed their gap assignment or we didn't get accounted for Perry there because he came through untouched, and Samaj just barely got back past the line of scrimmage.
This is a tough team. MJ Graham not only plays quarterback but plays corner, and he is split out with Christensen. Here's the blitz. Jones over the middle. Caught. Did he hang on to it at this 5-yard line? What a catch by Corey Foreman, who got belted right in the numbers.
Yeah, that
4th down.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Don. I was just going to say that OU commit, Patterson right there, as soon as Foreman catches it in the middle, he just delivers a blow, and Foreman does a great job of concentrating and making sure he secures that catch. It's 4th down, and they're going to go for it. It's a long two, it looks like, Rob, maybe 2.5, close to 3.
Yeah, I would say right at 2. Can't emphasize enough what a catch that was by Corey Foreman there. He took a pop right in the rib cage. Most of us mere mortals are dropping that football.
No question. 4th and 2. At the 5. Under center. Handoff. KD Jones needs a push. Gets it. How about into the end zone? Touchdown Trojans.
There's Rob Labor's player to bank on. Wiltshire is in the end zone, leading the way. Lucas Houston over there as well. You got Zach Cox at center. Of course, you've got Lyle and Parrish on the left side, but right there, that right side of the line just moves that defense forward. KD gets the ball, and he was not going to be denied. He powers through there, squirts through there. Nothing stops him until he's about 2 yards back in the end zone.
Now the Trojans have to call a timeout here, don't they? No, the play clock's still going, so I guess not.
Yeah, no timeout. Just getting ready to go for 2 here.
All right, go for 2 for the tie. Owen Jones, empty backfield. Sends KD in motion. Gets the snap from the 3, rolls right, looks for KD, then throws, and it's batted down. MJ Graham bats it down at the goal line, and we have a break in the action with 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans have scored a touchdown but failed on the 2-point conversion and still trail late in the 3rd, 14-12 on 11:70 the Blitz. Just a 1 minute if we can here. Okay. Yeah, we'll make it up in the 4th quarter.
To the north end zone, we have an exciting Mitieta field goal opportunity. Kate Wilson has been selected for a chance to kick the winning field goal. If successful, Kate Wilson will win a $100 gift card to Mitieta. Thank you so much, Mitieta, for your sponsorship of Jinx Trojan football. Good luck, Kate.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And it's good! You have just won a $100 gift card to Mi Tierra. Teeing the ball up for the Trojans, number 20.
So the Trojans get on the board. They go 67 yards in 7 plays, and they got a big 3rd down and 10 pass of 54 yards to K.D. Jones, who then punched it in from 5 yards out on 4th and 2. Here's the kickoff, and this will sail deep into the end zone. So Westmore will take over. 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, leading 14-12 at their own 20-yard line. They do not have a first down in this 3rd quarter.
Westmore will take over. 1st and 10.
Baseball scores for those of us that follow baseball in the last weekend of the season. Miami wins at Pittsburgh tonight 4-3. The Marlins got just jobbed last night at the end of the game against the Mets and over a 3-hour rain delay and couldn't finish the game. And if that game becomes necessary, they've got to finish in Pittsburgh Sunday and then fly to New York, where they led in that game going to the bottom of the 9th by 1 run, 2-1. To try to close that out. I'm rooting for Miami, so I hope that doesn't happen. All right, Texas took it on the chin last night. That was a tough one. They need 1 win to get in the playoffs. They're tied at Seattle after 1 inning, no score. Cubs are trailing in the 8th inning to Milwaukee 3-2. Here's Graham on a run. Now throws out to Zelny, the tight end. He's a tough guy to bring down, but McAnally does it after the tight end catches it at the 20 and scoots up for 3 yards.
Instead of a pop pass right there, it's a kind of a run pass option, and he's going to fake the handoff and come out to the flat. Well, he's got a tight end running out in front of him, and he just flips it out there, but McAnally does a nice job of bringing him down.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Westmore 14, Jinx 12. Back with the 4th quarter in a moment on the Blitz 1170.
Westmore 14, Jinx 12.
That was their second pass of the second half. No, I was just talking to myself. No problem.
To the field, a combined performance from Jinx Palm and Cheer.
One for 8, 1 for 9, 1 for 10, 2 for 11, 2 for 12.
Give it up for Jinx.
So the Trojans on defense. Westmore starts the 4th quarter, 2nd and 7 at their own 23-yard line, right to left, far hash mark, and lead 14-12. When the Trojans, the last 35 years, lead after 3 quarters, they've won 73 in a row. But when they've trailed after 3 quarters, the last 35 years are 12-48. So a comeback here would be sweet. Trojans tonight 2 of 12 on 3rd down, 2 of 2 though on 4th down. "97 yards passing for MJ Graham, who's trying to get to the outside. This is Mikael Patterson McDonald. And on the end around gets from the 23 up to about the 29-yard line. A gain of 6-7. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Hudson Ball right there playing contained. Has a pretty good position on him, but, the OU commit really showing his speed, getting around him. And then once he got past Hudson, he had a lot of room to run. And
gain of 7.
So this is going to be an important defensive stand here to try to keep Westmore from regaining some momentum after that offensive score.
First down now at the 30. Here's a pass caught for a short gain to Zilny up to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4. They're trying to make some yardage and melt the clock as best they can.
Yeah, and interesting, they went for the big play balls earlier on between the Graham brothers and have kind of come back to use Zilny a little bit more. A great target great player, a lot of experience in big games, and he's doing a nice job as a kind of a possession guy in the middle.
Third catch of the night for him, and Graham's over 100 yards passing. He throws a fastball. This one's overthrown up at the 42-yard line. That would have been a first down, but he overthrew Colton Bennett, who is the 400 and 800-meter 6A champion from last spring. 3rd and 6.
And Rob, I didn't see who it was there, but somebody put a lick on him, Hosea Casalica, in the middle. He's getting up slow.
Graham has been held in check tonight. He had 411 total yards and accounted for 3 touchdowns in the 37-33 win over Moore last week. Tonight, 101 passing, 29 rushing, so 130 total yards, but he's thrown two TD passes tonight. And Westmore leads it 14-12. Here's Graham, all alone. First down at the 45-yard line is the receiver, Jaden Hunter. And that'll be up to the 48-yard line, a gain of 14.
So that's that zone coverage that you had a conversation with Elias Cooper about, and Elias is playing back deep, but he should be getting some help inside or underneath from a linebacker, just didn't quite get out there in time. So there was a lot of cushion between Elias and the receiver when he made the catch.
Second catch for Hunter. First down, they convert on 3rd down and 6. First down at the 48. Trojans can ill afford to give up any points here. Here's another pass caught across the 50 by Patterson McDonald for a gain of 3 or 4. Gain of 4 into Jinx territory at the 47.
Yeah, this is where just some athleticism or some blitz action, some slanting or stunning from defensive linemen, got to really do something to disrupt the timing, because right now they're running short routes, hitch routes, quick out routes, things like that are just kind of nickel and diamond on this drive right here.
2nd and 6 at the Jinx 47-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. They throw a wide receiver screen, turning inside Patterson-McDonald, I should say, from the 47 down to the 44. Tackled there. The market back at the 45, a gain of 2 to set up 3rd and 4. They want to get the ball in this guy's hands. Who could blame him? An OU commit that is one of the top players in the state of Oklahoma.
Cass Jacobson coming in here, try to create a little bit more size, especially on that wide side of the field in case they're doing something to the wide side of the field. But I kind of think that the quarterback's going to have the ball in his hands running at this time.
Yep. 3rd and 4. Jinx 45 instead of straight ahead handoff. Boy, Evans is pushing forward. He's going to be short of the first down. He needed 4, and he got half of that. So now what do they do on 4th and 2 at the Jinx 43-yard line?
Well, the first thing I was going to say, the first thing I think they do is try to draw us off sides. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong here, but that last one, I don't know if it's a read option play for the quarterback, but I think if he would have pulled it and gone around the end, I think he would have picked up the first down. So look for him to do something with it here in his hands.
Just under 9 minutes to play. Jinx down 2. Westmore with the ball. Gets the snap. Quarterback looks for a hole. Tries to get outside. Gets hit in the backfield and driven back. And the Trojans have the ball back at the 47-yard line.
Let's give it up for Jack McAnally, Sam Stone, Trent Mason, Hosea Casalica, Shockley even coming up. I don't know who the first guy was that got on his ankles, but there were about 6 other maroon jerseys that jumped on top and really kept him hamstrung right there. They did a nice job with penetration up front to make him to have to run a bubble there, and pursuit came from the inside out. Big defensive play.
Great field position at their own 45-yard line. Can the Trojans do something with it? They've been unable to do much with the great field position they've had tonight, turning it only into 6 points. They did get a touchdown, though, the last time they had the ball, going 67 yards in 7 plays. Owen Jones, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, gets the snap, handoff, straight ahead. KD Jones across the 45, 1 yard to the 46.
Number 2, KD Jones on the carry.
So Coach mentioned, and Rob and you have both made observation, we do have a lot of weapons with, Connor Thompson and AC Christensen and, of course, KD Jones and so many different guys that can contribute. But it's almost like right now you need somebody to just take this team on their shoulders and say, hey, guys, follow me to the promised land and really just kind of change the tone of the game. It's only 2 points, but it just feels like it's different than more than just 2 points right now.
I would agree. Is it KD? Is it Christensen? Is it Owen Jones? Back to pass. Here they come. Oh, and down he goes. Another big-time sack by Gavin Gagnon. Rob Labor talked about him earlier in the first half. That was a huge sack on 2nd and 9, all the way back to the 37, a loss of 9.
I think Owen had his eyes downfield there, Rob, and just I don't know if something was breaking. I couldn't quite see, but before he could get rid of it, he had that big defensive lineman in his face.
Yeah, it got by Dylan Lyle that time, and just a great job by Gagnon to bust through there. And by the time he did, I mean, he was right on top of the quarterback. Nothing Owen Jones could do, but maybe try to throw it away in a split second. And now you got 3rd and 18, and there's not a lot of good stuff on the play sheet for this.
Domek in motion. Jones gets the snap. This time he has protection. Now it breaks down. Now he's in trouble. He has to roll left, and he gets sacked again. Wow, this time it's by Dylan Bernardi. And it'll be 4th down, and the Trojans have to punt with just under 7 minutes to go in the game, down 2.
Yeah, that time Owen was trying to get away for some pressure, and he was actually going to the left, and Bernardi came through on the backside of the right, and Owen had evaded some of the pressure that was in his face, but he didn't see Bernardi pursuing him, and when he pulled up like he was going to look downfield, Bernardi made it just a tremendous play right there for the sack.
So they had 2nd and 9 and got sacked for 9 and then sacked for 10. Here's the punt by Ataya. Gets a decent roll as it hits inside the 40 and rolls down to the 30-yard line.
A lot of this again, guys, has to be credited to the Westmore defensive secondary, that there's just not a lot of open downfield. On that 3rd down, Owen Jones actually had a pretty good pocket there, had time to scan the field before things broke down, but when he's going through that progression, first read, second read, third read, there's just nothing for him to throw the ball to downfield. So these DBs from the Jaguars have been on their game all night.
Well, and you would think that Christensen tonight, he's their second leading receiver next to KD Jones, but give credit to that Michael Patterson McDonald, an OU commit, one of the top players in the game, one of the top players in the state. AC has 1 catch tonight for 15 yards. First down Westmore. It's getting late, midway 4th quarter. They have the ball at their own 30-yard line, going right to left near hash mark, leading 14-12. Handoff to Matt Evans. Good push by the right side of the offensive line, and he gets 5 up to the 35.
So again, it's one of those situations where, you're just kind of waiting for somebody to step up and make a play. Is it going to be Kalmus from his linebacker position popping the ball loose? Is it going to be Jace Hager? Is it going to be Trent Mason or Hudson Ball on that interior line? Somebody coming through, but somebody's got to come up and create a little spark, a little magic here with a turnover, big play.
2nd and 5 at the 35. MJ Graham hands off to the running back over the left guard. And he scoots up to the 39-yard line, and there's a flag down at the tackle.
Number 8.
That'll be interesting to see what this is. Gain of 4 on the play.
It's the umpire. You would think it would be a holding unless they're going to call a face mask.
I would lean more toward a face mask because the play was over.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Now they're really in it. Now they're really in the soup here as it moves it across midfield and moves it down to the Jinx 46-yard line. First down, a new set of downs with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Jinx down 14-12. Remember, they had a chance at the end of that first half. They had the ball at the 1-yard line and couldn't punch it across and ended up having to settle for a field goal after 2 penalties and missed that field goal.
They're going to be using every second of that clock, and don't know why the 25-second clock isn't running since the game clock has been running this whole time.
MJ Graham, quarterback, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, throws deep. Mashawn Graham can't catch it. Number 7 Graham against number 7 Cooper on the coverage down the near sideline, incomplete.
Pretty good coverage right there, and Graham ends up getting a couple of steps right there with Cooper at the end of the play, but Elias does a great job of using that sideline to bracket Graham, so there's really not a whole lot of room for his brother to drop the ball in there. So nice one-on-one coverage against a guy that you know is going to be playing somewhere next year on a Saturday.
Union leading at UConn 63-7. That is a final. Third quarter, Owasso leading Mustang 34-3. 2nd and 10 at the Jinx 46-yard line. Handoff, and the running back falls down as he took the handoff on 2nd and 10. He'll lose a couple of yards.
McAnally's in there and Cash Jacobson in there, but really, I don't know if Evans was trying to look up to see where he had some room to run, but kind of goes back to that turf thing that Rob talked about earlier.
Trojan fans, it's 3rd and long.
11 carries for 31 yards for Evans overall tonight. 75 yards rushing for Westmore. Graham, the quarterback's 13 of 19 for 121 yards. Here it's 3rd and 12 at the Jinx 48-yard line. 4:15 to go in the fourth. Down 2 is Jinx. Here's the quarterback rolling out right. Fires! Incomplete. Looking at the receiver at the first down marker. Had he caught it, he would have been a couple of yards shy of the first down marker. Looking for Hunter. It'll bring up 4th and 12.
Well, great team defense right there. Not only do they keep Graham from really breaking contain and having room to run right there, they also have the tight end underneath well covered with McAnally out there in the flat. Shockley is all over his guy, and even as he's trying to come back to the ball, as you said, even if he would have caught it, he'd have been a couple yards short. So good stand right there. Now you want to take care of the ball on the receiving part of this punt and then make something happen offensively.
Here's the kick. It's a good kick. Stanford catches it at the 10, comes right, and is going to be tackled at the 12, 13-yard line. Last punt return for a touchdown was at Enid in 2019 by Jaden Patrick. Trojans will start 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line after the 35-yard kick.
Speaking about some former Trojans like Jaden Patrick, we got a couple of others that are in the house tonight.
Yes.
I know we got A.J. Ridner here tonight. We got Q Overton that's here tonight. So good to see some guys come back around and just kind of encourage these coaches, encourage these players, and need a little fourth quarter magic like those guys that help deliver right here.
Wow. Saw AJ before the game, visited briefly. He says, man, look at all this new stuff they've got. Video boards, chairs for the defense or offensive team to look over last plays. Uh-oh, shotgun snap to Jones. He gets it at the 1-yard line. He's in trouble, and he gets tackled in the end zone. They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. And that's fortunate for the Trojans. A loss of 12.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. I think you're going to say something, or?
I was just going to say it just has the feel of one of those nights, guys. This is a defining drive here for the Trojan offense, and to get off to a start like that, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't call that a safety. KD did a good job, I guess, to get some forward momentum going just across the goal line, but you're in dangerous territory here, and the clock is still going.
Which reached 3:13 remaining, and Jones is under center at the 1-yard line. Here they come. They hand off to KD. Or no, they fake to KD, and Jones has to throw it out of the end zone. That should be a safety.
Yeah, it's going to be a safety, guys, because his foot was on the white in the back of the end zone. He stepped out of bounds before he got rid of that ball. It was pretty clear, so they avoided it on the last play, but not this time.
I don't know why he hasn't signaled it yet. I guess he was giving just a bit of a dramatic flair there because everybody in the whole stadium knew it was a safety. He had a linebacker in his face as soon as he turned around on the play action to try to get the boot, and he was backed up into the end zone there. So
we'll take a break and come back with the kick. With 3:03 remaining, it's now Westmore 16, Jinx 12 on the Blitz 1170. Oh, boy. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Reminder, at the end of the game, no fans are allowed on the field. I repeat, no fans are allowed on the field at the conclusion of tonight's game. Thank you. Kicking off for the Trojans, number 24.
A full moon over Allan Trimble Stadium tonight.
For Westmore, number 7, Michelle.
And the Trojans, unfortunately, have played like it. They're down 16-12. Now, the safety really doesn't, I mean, it hurts because you could have won it on a field goal at the end, but now you need a touchdown. So, but the biggest problem is that the Trojans, after the safety, now have to kick off from their own 20-yard line. They squib one down the field, caught at the 37-yard line by McDonald Patterson, who gets by one defender. Ooh, not this time at the 50-yard line, and a flag goes down for some reason after the great tackle by Jake Flowers for Jinx.
Number 7, Reshawn Graham on the
Jake Flowers just forms him up, does a great job. Just about the time he looks like he's going to pop through a little crease right there.
Penalty flag on the play.
It cannot be on the tackle. There's just no way. But I don't know if they're going to call a hold or something before that, or Coach Greenwood is clapping, so I'm hoping that's against the Jaguars.
Block in the back on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the flag. First down.
So that will move it back to where they will have a 1st and 10 inside the 40.
Back to the Westmore 39-yard line.
Westmore will have it at their own 39-yard line.
1st and 10 for
2:57 remaining. Westmore with the ball and an advantage of 16-12. Norman North wins at Broken Arrow tonight, 28-14. We'll be in Norman next Thursday night for a 7 o'clock kickoff against the Timberwolves. Boy, if Jinx loses this game, that puts a lot of teams at 1-1 in district play, but really puts Westmore in the driver's seat at 2-0, along with Bigsby. 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Handoff, straight ahead. Not much room there, 2, maybe 3 yards at the most to Evans.
Cass Jacobson doing a nice job getting first contact right there. Trent Mason. Jet Kalmus jumping in. We're going to call a timeout here to stop the clock.
And number 42, Trent Mason.
Well, and it's nice, guys, that they've been able to save their timeouts, maintain their timeouts until this juncture of the game. You hate to be in this position, but it's a lot easier to stomach having all 3 of your timeouts. Only thing that would make it better is if we could do a quick rule change and institute a 2-minute warning automatic stoppage here in high school football.
Yep. TU beats Temple last night. It's good to see Mitchell Culkin. Oh, we have a timeout, so we'll take a break. I beg your pardon. 2:53 to go. 16-12 Westmore, and we're back in a moment on the Blitz 1170. Dang-gummit. Sorry about that. I'll miss a play here. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Jeez. Oh. Unlucky.
Number 8, Matthew Evans on the carry. Tackled by number 22, Samaj Stanford. Gain of 9 on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Jaguars.
Well, Matthew Evans on 2nd and 8 just rambles up the middle for 9 yards to midfield and gets a first down with 2:28 remaining, and the clock is evaporating on the Trojans, who trail Westmore 16-12. First down at midfield for MJ Graham. Gets the shotgun snap. Handoff straight ahead. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dives forward for a couple of yards to the 48, and the Trojans quickly call a timeout.
Jack McAnally.
Jack McAnally on the tackle.
Their second charge of the half.
Jinx has 1 timeout remaining.
You'll love our family atmosphere. Wide variety of dishes, such as grilled fajitas.
So after they picked up that last first down, just really tough. Time is definitely not on the Trojan side, and so just again, just been a difference along the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball at key moments, at least. It's created some inconsistency for the offensive unit and created moments where the defensive unit was having a hard time at least ending drives. I mean, they haven't given up a lot of points, and again, when we talk about what Graham was able to do, accounting for 411 total yards and 3 touchdowns last week, we've definitely held him way under that. But just the opportunities to get off the field, get the ball back, especially in kind of pivotal moments like this.
Well, I mean, if you came into this game and the Trojans said we're going to hold Westmore to 16 points, you would have taken it.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, Union put 57 on them. Moore put 33 on him, I think it was. Here's a quarterback trying to run, hit the line of scrimmage. Down he goes. His helmet comes off.
His helmet comes off. He's going to have to go off the field, and he's down. I'm not sure he doesn't have a concussion or something from Kalmus's helmet hitting him when he goes down.
Well, he just got stapled by Jet Kalmus. Kalmus has had some big hits in this game, guys. When Westmore runners have met Jet Kalmus, they have gone no further. And boy, that was a shot right to the upper body from Jet Kalmus on Graham.
I'm just saying, under the new concussion protocols, I don't know how he could come back into the game.
He is walking off on his own power and rubbing the back of his head. They are talking to him, the training staff. So Westmore, as I mentioned, gave up 49 to Union, gave up 29 to Choctaw, gave up 33 to Moore. They've been giving up 149 points in 4 games. But they have played some stout defense tonight against the Trojans, who have not been able to take care of their opportunities, much like the Trojan situation in the first game of the season here against Edmond Santa Fe.
Well, and you've spent your final timeout, 2:08 to go, 3rd and 8, so this is really essentially the game here if Westmore is able to get a first down.
And if there is a break, it's that Graham is on the sidelines. He is not in the game. I don't know much about their backup quarterback. You would think 3rd and 8 is a throwing situation.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to run the ball, and, well, who knows? We'll see. They're got Jake. Is it Jake Reed in it, or Brody Inhofe, 18, in at quarterback? Brody Inhofe in as a backup quarterback on 3rd and 8, gets the snap, hands off, Evans hit, and down he goes immediately. A loss of 2 at the 50-yard line.
Evans on the carry. Number 31, Hudson Ball on the stop.
Hudson Ball on the stop. They weren't about to try to throw the ball and force a mistake. They're going to count on their punter and count on the defense to stop Jinx in what will be about the last minute and a half of this game.
Yeah, you're going to get the ball back here with about 1:20 and change.
And I think Jinx has 1 timeout remaining.
The clock is showing 0. Okay. I don't know that they have any timeouts left.
Okay.
But it looks like they're going to let it run down and maybe call timeout.
Yeah, Jinx has no timeouts left. That's correct.
Okay. Looks like Westmore's going to call a timeout.
That makes it 1:22 remaining.
Their first charge of the half.
We'll take a break and come back here and finish it up. Jinx gets the ball back, down 16-12 on the Blitz 1170.
Trojan fans, are you ready to escape the breathtaking beauty of the Rocky Mountains? Discover your perfect...
Is this the end of the game break, or is this a break we needed? I'm confused.
Our stunning vacation
we need one more break?
offer relaxation and adventure in one unforgettable package. Mountain views, cozy cabins, and endless exploration await.
Fair enough.
Book your dream vacation today and make memories that last a lifetime. Visit HikesPeakVacationRental.com now.
Here is the punt. I think Cooper Shockler, somebody got a hand on it. It's at midfield. It rolls to the 40 and will be downed at the Jinx 33-yard line.
Yeah, they brought their punt block pressure, and I think the punter felt the pressure, just got it off and shanked it. I don't know that anybody actually got it. I can't tell for sure, but just looks like a bad punt for Westmore, but brings up 1:13 left and no timeouts for the Trojans. Again, you practice this every Thursday, a 2-minute offense or a hurry-up offensive situation. Westmore is going to play deep thirds with some guys underneath, so look for some things that are shorter to the outside to try to get out of bounds.
From their own 33-yard line, empty backfield. Here's a fake reverse and a run by KD, 35-40, and out of bounds up at the first down marker at the 43.
KD Jones on the carry.
Gain of 9.
Not a bad job right there. Didn't take a whole lot of time. Got out of bounds.
Up 2nd and 1 for Jinx.
KD does a nice job of not trying to elude a guy and cut back inside, but go ahead and get the clock stopped.
2nd and 1 from the 42-yard line. Jones can go deep if he wishes here on 2nd and 1. We'll see. He splits KD to the left. Wide side. They want to throw that way. Now they throw a screen to McAnally, who catches this one. 40, 45, 50. First down to the Westmore 48-yard line. They got to hurry up with a minute to go.
They're going to try to clock it right here.
McAnally's first catch of the year. And they do. They clock it to stop the clock with 1:01 remaining at the Westmore 49-yard line.
So this area of the field, you know, you got a lot of options. The big thing is you got to protect the quarterback. You got to give him time. I don't know that Westmore will be blitzing. I think they'll be a little bit more conservative to that, but they really haven't had to blitz. They've used those big defensive linemen to put pressure on Owen Jones or at least make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
1st and 10 at the Westmore 49-yard line. They show blitz. Here they come. Owen Jones gets it picked up and throws, and the receiver, Christensen, was streaking down the sideline, and Jones thought he was coming back for it. Incomplete.
Yeah, they walk the linebackers up like they're blitzing, and then they bail at the last minute, and Owen, I don't know if he was reading the blitz as a hot route. AC was continuing on down the field, and Owen threw it as an out route right there.
So 2nd and 10 at the Westmore 49, 58 seconds remaining. Jinx down 4, 16-12. Blitz again. Jones again drops back, has time, fires down the sideline. KD's there, and he catches it out of bounds at the 26-yard line. What a catch as he spun around while falling out of bounds.
Real floater right there by Owen. He just gets it up, and it's almost like receiving a punt down there. KD actually has to kind of turn around and backpedal, and it's going to cause Westmore to call a timeout, which is nice for these offensive coaches to kind of think about what they want to do as well with a first down and 52 seconds left at the, what is that, 25-yard line, Rob?
Yeah, right at the 25-yard line. Maybe the
Chow down on some well-deserved vacation food. Make new friends.
KD was able to reel that and a lot of belief starting to flow.
Well, I'm sorry. I just say you got several guys that can do something with it to get it from 25 yards here, right? I mean, you got AC Christensen who has speed. You got Connor Thompson who's shown things. You got Corey Foreman who's shown things. You know, you definitely got KD Jones that you know about. Again, what you cannot do under any circumstances is give up a sack.
Remember, KD had a halfback pass for a touchdown against Union. Aiden Christensen, a receiver who was a former quarterback, he can throw the ball as well. They split Domick, Foreman, and Thompson left. Christensen and Jones right. Near hash mark, left to right at the 25-yard line. 52 seconds left. Jones under pressure, and he has to throw it away. He gets hit as he throws it away, incomplete. And we've got Wiltshire down.
They're talking about whether it's going to be a grounding penalty here.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Officials timeout for injury.
The injured play.
It looked like Wiltshire fell on top of his quarterback. Or fell on top of his quarterback, and he's down and hurt.
They had empty backfield there. They had everybody out wide, and they brought an extra linebacker in the blitz and a guy on the interior that just really didn't have accounted for. And, you know, when you have a blitz situation like that with one less guy in your protection scheme, you got to find the hot route. You got to get rid of it quick. And either the hot route wasn't there or Owen just couldn't get it to him. And so he's lucky that he got rid of that. But Wiltshire is up, but he's limping. He wants to go back in, of course. He can't go back in on this play, but I think he wants to get in, and Coach Catterson is checking him out. I don't know if it's an ankle, but there's not even really time to get it taped. Wiltshire does not want to be off the field in this situation.
Not at all. Let's see who goes in for him at right tackle.
He's in some pain, guys, but he's motioning like he's going to go back in after this play.
2nd and 10 at the Westmore 25. They show blitz again. Owen Jones gets the snap. He's in trouble. He rolls away from it. He can run. Instead, he throws in the end zone. A man's there. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Oh, my. Connor Thompson, I think it was, caught it. No, A.C. Christensen caught it, but he was out of bounds at the back of the end zone in the near corner to our right.
Owen does a really nice job of eluding pressure right there, finding A.C. back there at the back of the end zone, but just puts a little bit too much mustard on it as A.C. goes up for it at the back of the end zone, just can't get his feet down. And you've got Wiltshire back in the game. Of course, I don't know what 5 coaches were going to hold him back to keep him from getting back in, especially with the clock stopped right there.
3rd and 10, the play clock's down to 8. They quickly huddle and then break the huddle with 5 on the play clock. Jones gets the snap, has to get a first down, throws to KD, complete at the 15, and he's down to the 12-yard line. Go down, KD, with 30 seconds left. He does.
We got a penalty flag over here.
No.
Pass complete to number 2, KD.
So the clock is going to stop, but I think they're going to say it's an illegal formation. It's going to come back.
First down, dude.
35 seconds left. The crowd's restless. Westmore fans, there aren't many, but they're making some noise.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
That'll make it 3rd and, from the spot. That doesn't make any sense. It's 3rd and 15 from the Westmore 30-yard line.
Just never seen this many mistakes.
No.
At a key moment like this against, and again, this is an experienced crew, but some of these things I just haven't been able to see and understand.
Well, the Trojans need a first down and face 3rd and 15 at the Westmore 30-yard line. They got some work to do. Westmore again shows blitz, now backs off. Jones under pressure, throws, down and out for Christensen, and it is knocked away, incomplete. Westmore almost picked it off. MJ Graham jumped over the back of Christensen and almost picked it off. It's 4th down.
For number 23, Aiden Christensen.
Ball's up in the air, and Graham comes over and makes a play, and I think it kind of got there before AC anticipated it being, and Wiltshire really hurting. Wilshire's going to have to come out, and Malik Craig goes back in at that right guard position, and of course this is 4th down, so this is for the ball game right here. I mean, they can get a first down without scoring, but you're running out of time, so this is pretty close to the ball game here.
Foreman split left, Thompson in the slot left, Christensen slot right, Jones short side of the field split right. Here comes Westmore. They put some pressure on Owen. He steps up, fires, and a catch made on his knees inside the 15 to the 13-yard line by KD Jones for a first down.
They've got to clock it.
Big time. And they do clock it, and a flag down. Westmore was offsides.
Offsides on Westmore.
23 seconds left. One of their linemen did not get across the line of scrimmage when Jinx lined up and clocked it.
Now they're going to talk about it. I don't know how they can talk about it like this. I don't understand. They threw the penalty flag. They had blown the ball into play. He was not getting across.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty.
That helps. We'll take it.
KD's 5th catch of the night. 5 catches, 128 yards, 19 carries for 74 yards. But more importantly, this puts the ball at 1st and 5 at the Westmore 8-yard line with 23 seconds left. Trojans trying to pull one out here in the 4th quarter.
Realistically, you think you got maybe 3 shots down here, depending on where you put the ball.
They've got to protect number 12 at quarterback. Snap from Zach Cox is back to the chest of Jones. He looks. He's running right. He throws. And a catch was made at the 2-yard line, but I think he was out of bounds. Yeah. So that stops the clock, makes it 2nd and 5 at the Westmore 8. They're not worried about a first down here with 18 seconds left. They're worried about getting in the end zone.
For Jinx.
I say that, however, that pass was right at the first down marker.
Well, what you would hope is if you caught it at the 2-yard line or whatever, you'd have a chance to turn around and run the ball in. So they might throw something short. Again, they've got probably 3 shots at this close with 18 seconds left.
5 receivers, 3 to the left, wide side of the field, 2 to the right. Jones looks, throws, he throws it, and it is knocked away. A batted ball that would have been picked off by N.J. Graham. There's a helmet on the field as Zach Cox got his helmet ripped off again.
Really lucky right there. Domek was open at the goal line, uncovered. He goes to Thompson in the back of the end zone. Graham comes over to make a play on the ball, and Thompson actually has to play DB and break up the pass, keep it from being intercepted. But Domek is standing uncovered at the end zone on the goal line to the left.
Yep, 11 seconds left, 3rd and 5. So you got 2 plays with 11 seconds left. Doesn't matter really about the down and distance. The ball's at the Westmore 8-yard line. Jinx down 4, 16-12. Jones gets the snap. Looks, has some room, rolling left, a flag down. Jones is going to get captured at the 1-yard line. Stops the clock with 5 seconds left, and it'll be a hold on the Trojans. Oh, my goodness.
Penalty flag on the play.
Zach Cox will have to, he'll come back in as the center. He had his helmet taken off, and Malik Craig was back in on the offensive line. I think Houston moved in the center.
Still 3rd down.
Wiltshire's limping. He's still in the game, so a penalty against the Trojans.
But I think the clock may wind. There's 5 seconds left.
That was my fear as well. Once the ball is spotted, is the clock going to roll?
They are not.
Yep,
they are rolling
they're winding it right now.
They're not going to get it off.
The clock on the scoreboard hasn't started yet. Here's the snap. Jones throws. This is do or die, and it's picked off in the end zone, and that'll do it for the Jaguars.
Owen Jones' pass is intercepted in the end zone.
Jaden Williams comes up with the interception, and Westmore has beaten Jinx for the first time since 2002. After Jinx had beaten them 15 consecutive times, this one comes up Westmore's favor, 16-12. We'll come back and hear from the Jinx head coach and wrap it up in a moment on the Blitz 1170.
Final score, Westmore Jaguars 16, Jenks Trojans 12. Thank you for attending tonight's game. Please drive home safely.
Well, yep.
inspired by this effort. Both teams and all of the providers combined.
Family friend